Good morning. Good morning. We will start in just 2 minutes further. Maybe others will join in between, but we need to start. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Deepak. Good morning, Sri Krishnan. Good morning, Anwar. Good morning, others. Good morning, everyone. Just give me 1 more minute. Let's wait for 1 more minute if anybody else will join. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Adnan. I think let's start. Others will join in between. What is our agenda of discussion? The first thing we will discuss the cost of IMA, whether you join through Saraf Academy or whether you do self-study or you join from others. What is the different component of cost and how that need to be incurred. The second, the IMA curriculum for part 1, part 2, where we need to put more stress, where it is normal, which part is difficult, the exam structure, the duration of exams, the timing of exam, the marking, passing criteria, how to study, from where to study, which material will be better, how much time we need to devote for study. And then we will start discussing the syllabus content of part 1, which is the first part, part 1, part-I, which is external financial reporting. The external financial reporting will not be completed today. It will take 3-4 classes to complete. Okay, that's our agenda. So the first thing is having knowledge about cost of the institute. Now, this is the cost breakup. If you go through Saraf Academy, then what will be your total cost to do CMA US course? First of all, there are payment to the institute, which is membership fee, entrance fees, processing fee, exam fees for part 1, exam fees for part 2. And all these fees are in dollar, then plus 18% tax. All these fees are in dollar plus 18% tax. This is the figure from the IMA website. This is the amount which they are quoting on the IMA website. For professionals, professional means those who have completed the graduation. They are generally coming in the professional category. But somebody has completed graduation and doing full-time masters. Full-time master, not part-time MBA, full-time. Then also they will come in the student category. So if you are undergraduate, you are a student. And if you are doing full-time masters, then you are a student. Otherwise, you are coming in the professional category. Normally, when we receive inquiries and the student inquire for CMA, generally the students are professionals. For professionals, all the fees are higher. Whether it's a membership fee, whether it's an entrance fee, whether it's a processing fee, whether it's part 1, part 2 exam fees. In total, it is coming $1,600 plus 18% GST. Through Saraf Academy, in membership fee and entrance fee for whole year. Not that when the discount of the institute comes, like it was running for last 7 days, I think. Then they offer a discount to everybody, whether you register through Saraf or not. Whether you register through a learning partner or not. Then these discounts are there in the membership fee and entrance fee always. But through a learning provider like us or any learning provider in India, these 50% discount you will get for whole year. Not sometime in a year. But if you are going through a learning partner like us, then in that case, you will be getting discount in exam fees also. You can see that first of all, the membership fee and the entrance fee is lower than the exam fees. You can claim the discount in membership fee, entrance fee when you register on your own, when the institute in a year 1 or 2 times for 5-7 days, a scheme comes. Like it was there running for last 7 days. But this exam fees discount you will never get. You will get this exam fees discount only through a learning partner. Those who are listed learning partner of CMA Institute. So we are the listed learning partner of CMA Institute. For that reason, we can offer you this discount. Now, some of the learning partner will advise you or will tell you that you pay these fees after the discount to the learning partner. And then they will pay on your behalf to the institute. We don't follow this norm. We say that whatever is payable to the institute, you will pay directly. We will just channelize that you will get the membership and entrance fees discount and you will get the exam fees discount when you will pay for the exam. So the discounted fees is this. This discounted fees is as on today. Maybe tomorrow CMA Institute will say that we are reducing the discount from 50 to 40. We are reducing the discount in exam fees from 10, 20, 15. I don't have control. They go on changing this, but presently this is running. This is the fees after the discount a student need to pay. And then this is multiplied by INR because we are in India. Maybe the students are there from outside India, but still they belong to India generally in our case for that reason, because there are many students from Middle East, Saudi, UK, Tanzania, many countries, but still they are from India. So for that reason, I am calculating everything in INR, multiplying the dollar value with 83 rupees. So multiplying 83, maybe the actual rate will be 84, 82, anything that depends upon when you will make the payment. So it is coming along with the GST in Indian currency for professional is all total 1,06,706. This 1,06,706 maybe 1,08,000, maybe 1,05,000, I can't say. Because when you pay, at that time, the dollar rate will be applicable. Now, these payments, how you need to pay? The membership fee and entrance fee for professional fee, they are making 0 for Saraf Academy students. The membership fee and entrance fee you need to pay when you will register with IMA. When you will register, my advice, suppose we are starting or you are doing self-study and you want to register, then you should register maximum by end of this month. That is my advice. But suggestion, decision is yours. You should pay these money to IMA Institute. The discounted fees, if you are Saraf Academy or any learning provider student, or maybe you are going self, Then self, now the discount is not there. You pay this fees, which is 610 plus 18% in the month of November. That's my advice. But when you pay this, then you are treated as a registered student. For paying this, if you are doing self-study, if you do on your own, go on IMA website, I will take you. There is a tab, register. Click the tab, fill up all the details, your name, mobile number, address, and all the things, and then pay the fees as a professional. You will pay this fees in dollar with your credit card, and the credit card will automatically charge you in INR, whatever is the rate. This exam fees you will pay when you will book the exam. Exam fees, since exam are there in Jan, Feb, May, June, and September, October. In a year, 6 times, 6 months exams are there. Jan, Feb, any day, on demand exam. May, June, any day. And September, October, any day. These are the 4 days when, 6 months when the exams are there. So presently, according to me, if you think that you will be able to prepare or not, believe me, if you can't prepare in 4 months, you cannot prepare even in 4 years also. It's not much study only. Whether your knowledge is less, whether your skill is more, whether you are an average student, below average, doesn't matter. But it's a thing which we can study in 4 months. So I will advise students should not be giving exam in Jan, should be giving in February. Now, normally, since the students are increasing in all the courses, in IMA also, so it is advisable that students should book the exam in advance so that they will get their desired center, they will get their desired date of booking and all that. So if you want to give exam in February, which you should be, then you should book exam by December end. Max to max, January first week, not beyond that. Because if you book the exam beyond that, then you will not be getting your desired center. You will not be getting your desired date of exam. Because most of the exam dates during end of February, 15 February till end of February are booked in advance only. The exams are held in pre-matric centers. Wherever pre-matric centers are there in the world, you can give exam. So when the pre-matric, like in Kolkata, we have only 1 pre-matric centers. So if there are so many students giving exams from pre-matric centers, and in pre-matric centers only CMA, many exams are there. So when you book the exam and the selected dates are not there, how you will book? So for that reason, if you register, say, in the month of November, then the exam fees is payable in the month of December, by maximum December end. You will pay Part 1 exam fees, which is without discount 495 plus 18% GST. With discount, it is 396 plus 18% GST. You will pay, say, Part 1 fees in the month of December, and you will give the exam in February. Now you will prepare for Part 2. You will give the exam for Part 2 in June, and you will pay the exam fees in the month of March. So that these payments are done in December and in March. And by June, you are CMA qualified. Worst to worst, because of any unavoidable reasons, you are not able to appear the exam in Feb or in June. You can give exam in October, not beyond that. If you don't complete with a motive that I will complete CMA US by 2025, you can't pass. Believe me. I have taught more than 13, 14 years CMA US, so many students. Those students who pass CMA US, they are all who cleared within 1 year. Those who took more than 1 year, they are negligible. Maybe 1 or 2 students gave the exam, couldn't clear. Next time they appeared, so they took 1.25 year or something. But if somebody is taking more than 1 year, it's sure that they will not be able to complete CMA US. It's simple logic. If you are doing self-study, you are doing training from other providers, you are doing training from me, for all the students, the common thing is that. The common thing is that this is the fees. Through learning provider like us, this is the fees. If you are doing self, then this is the fees. If you are doing self, whenever IMA offer discount, you should pay this. But you will not be getting the discount in exam fees when you do on your own. And the exam fees discount is big amount, man. It is around $100 plus the GST, $236, and 236 into, you can say, approximately 100, around 25,000 INR. You will be getting discount if you register through a learning partner only. And if you have already registered earlier in the discount scheme, now this is not applicable. Neither Saraf Academy, neither anybody can help you to claim this discount of exam fees. If during the discount fees, which was running for last 5-7 days, you have already registered by paying membership and entrance fees, then in that case, if you register through any learning partner now, transfer, but the exam fees discount you will not get. I say in all the videos in the first class, this thing. I don't know how the students are seeing the video and doing what. They go on saying this, sir, institute भी तो discount दे रहा है भैया, वो exam fees में नहीं देगा. That will be offered only through learning partner. You need to understand. So if you have already registered by paying membership entrance fees, this discount now you cannot get through any learning partner. That's gone, sir. Now you need to pay just exam fees full amount. So payment to the IMA is in 3 parts. One part is in the membership fee and entrance fee, and the other part is part 1, part 2 exam fees. Part 1, part 2 syllabus is totally different, totally. So a student can give part 2 earlier, then part 1, can give part 1 earlier, then part 2. It's upon the student. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter at all. What we say, suppose I am starting part 1. I am going to teach part 1 for next 4 months. So you should be studying. If you are studying with me, then you should focus on part 1. Maybe you do live class, maybe you do recording, but focus on part 1. Go with me and give part 1 exam in February. And then I will be teaching part 2 from February end, March beginning. So March, April, May, June, for 4 months, I will be teaching part 2. You should give part 2 exam in June. That's my advice. But still you will say, sir, you are teaching part 1, I will give part 2 exam. I cannot control you. But for part 2, there is no live classes for coming 4 months. The live classes for part 2 will be happening from March. So I always advise the students, if you are going with Saraf, then follow whatever I am saying. It's my duty to make you pass in every respect. Just diligently, just have a trust on me and follow me whatever I am saying. If we are saying you are coming in the student category, if you are coming in a student, who are a student? Those who are undergraduates or those who are doing full-time masters. Those who are undergraduate, those who are doing full-time masters, then in that case, they are coming in a student category. Sometimes students say that, sir, I have done BCom, graduation. If I join any MCom master's course just for the sake of joining of government university, join, man. But later on, when you claim the degree membership, they will ask whether you completed that master's or not. Then what you will do? So don't do these things. If you find, if you are in the student category, then only go in the student category. Don't try to do nautanki. There is no faida. For student, the fees are all lower. Whether it's a membership entrance fees, whether it's a part 1, part 2 exam fees, all are lower. For students, the exam fees discount is very high, 35% through a learning partner. Maybe for a different learning partner, this discount is different. I don't know. Normally, they say that for all the learning partner, student will get same. But we are offering you full whatever they are giving, and you need to pay this money to the institute on your own. So similarly, the students should register by November and by paying this much money, including GST around 18,000-19,000. And then part 1 exam fees in the month of December, or maybe by maximum January first week, around 20,000. And then part 2 exam fees in the month of March for June exam, around 20,000. So for, I will say, students, the total cost is 65,000 approx. But for professional, it is coming 1,06,000, 40,000 difference. That's not my decision. That's the institute decision. Those who are undergraduate, those who are doing full-time masters, they are coming in a student category. They are charged by the institute lesser amount. They are charged lesser amount because they are not earning. They are dependent on their parents. They are dependent on somebody else. So the institute offer a discount to student category students. But for professionals, this fees is in place of 65, around 1,05,000 approx, 1 or 2,000 here and there. And then comes, if you are going with Saraf, the training classes fees. That is common in both the slides. Our training classes fees is 66,999 and the Hawk material charges are 19,999. You can see that this is coming around 85,000, which is common for student and professionals. Why we need to buy Hawk material? The criteria for getting all these discounts are two criteria. First, you need to be a student of a listed learning provider like us. And second, you need to have a certified material, which is mentioned on the IMA website for 6 companies. All those 6 companies are from US. If you have the certified material purchased in your name and you are registering through a learning partner like Saraf, then these discounts are applicable. So normally the Hawk material charges on the Hawk website is around 40,000. Through Saraf Academy, it is 20,000. You will say you will buy on your own. You can buy. There is no payment to Hawk buy you to Saraf Academy. You can buy on your own. There is no problem. If you have already purchased, very well. Why you will buy again? You just need to share the receipt that you purchase Hawk material in your name so that we can help you to get these discounts in all the entire payment to the institute. So you understand that by paying 20,000, I will say that the students are saving around 50,000. When they are paying this 20,000, they are saving in payment to the institute 50, basically 30,000 net saving. So it is advisable to purchase any certified material, maybe not Hawk, maybe Glen, maybe Wiley, maybe Roser, whatever 6 company they have mentioned, you can buy any one, no problem. If it is available at a discounted price, then this, you can buy that. If the student, this material, when you buy through Saraf Academy, it is online. The question bank and material online. But if you want physical material, you should not be. I will be saying detailing in this. If you want physical material, that will be available for 2,000 rupees extra. You will pay to Hawk. It will be delivered at your home address also. Then in that case, in place of 20,000, it will be coming 22,000. Through Saraf, we will arrange that the material will be delivered at your residence, at your place. Hawk company will deliver you the physical material, which will be costing you 2,000 extra, precisely 1,900. 1,400 they will charge for the physical material printed copy and plus 500 courier charges. So they will be charging 1,900. You will pay to them and you will get delivered. But not that you can pay only 1,900 and get the material physical. No, you have to pay this, sir. The physical material is a part of online material package. So a student cannot go only for the physical material. They need to go for the soft copy online plus the physical. For the physical, there will be 2,000 approximately extra. I will advise nobody should buy physical material because they cannot pass the exam. So the question doesn't arise. Wasting your money is not advisable. But if somebody will say that, sir, mera aadat hai, I underline this, that, bhai tum kar, koi baat nahi hai. If you are outside India, the courier charges will be more. If you are in India, the courier charges is 500. But the charges for the material is 1,400 for physical material. I will not advise. So that is I have not written here. Now our fees, this 66,999, you can pay in EMI also, monthly payment. In case of monthly payment, it will be coming around 15,000 more. Why 15,000 more? Because suppose somebody joined today by paying one EMI and because of any reason, maybe he is not liking, maybe he don't want to do CMA US, somebody told him it is not a good course, don't do blah, 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 so many things. And he don't want to continue from next month, he don't want to continue. Believe me, when you join in 1 month, giving the software and everything, the charges are greater than whatever you pay for EMI. So there is a risk in the business. And in the business, the risk will be covered always. So for that reason, the EMI charges are higher. At the same time, if somebody is paying 66,999 today and somebody will pay in 6 months, why the fees will be same? Then why anybody will pay now? Everybody will pay in 6 months only. You will say, sir, this is not good. You are a teacher. You understand there are two things. Suppose I want to do charity. Then I will give some food. I will give some money to those who are needy and all that. But the business is not charity. I need to consider all the students with the same principles, because I don't know what is the financial condition of a particular student. Just by saying by the student is not logical, because I have seen in my life in 25, 30 years, many students are saying, but actually they are not having financial problem. So for that reason, no ifs and buts. It's when you pay EMI, the charges in place of 66,999 will be higher. For 19,999, there is no EMI. You pay, we pay to Hawk, and then you will get the material. For exam fees, part 1, part 2, for this, there is no EMI. You pay to the institute these fees whenever it is payable. Now, I say that normally the total expenditure is distributed in 1 year. 1 year, if I will consider the duration of the course, 1 year mein kharcha lagega. First, you will pay to Saraf to register. So you will pay 66,999 to Saraf, or the EMI. See, the EMI is 14,000. So you pay 14,000 to Saraf, you start your course. Now this 19,999 you need to pay in next 20 days, because I need to register you with the IMA by end of November, December beginning, so that you can pay the exam fees in the month of December. So 19,999 you pay in next 20 days to Saraf. Or maybe you buy on your own, sir. There is no compulsion. You buy any certified material in the market if it is available at less than this price. There is no question. No, because I don't want to keep anything out of 19,999. नहीं चाहिए. ये तो मेरे को आपको डिस्काउंट दिलवाने के लिए I need to force you to buy the material. So 19,999 you will pay in next 20 days. Then I will help you. My team will help you to register with the IMA Institute at this discounted fees. For a student, it is around 18,000. For professionals, it is around 30,000, because for professional, they charge more. We will give you the link where you will use your credit card, use a code, and you will make payment to the IMA Institute by using that code, which will reduce these fees the way the discount is given. That means this you will pay, say, by 10th of December. So by 10th of December, if you are a student, 66,999 gone, 19,999 gone, and 19,000 gone. Okay. So basically 60 plus 20, you can say 86, and plus 18, around 1,05,000 expenditure by December 10th. Now you will pay exam fees in December end or January beginning. By January 10th, 20,000. And then again, you will pay 20,000 for exam next part in the month of March, story finish. And if you are a professional, these fees, that is 18, is around 30. This is around 35, like that. So the total will come this. But the duration like this. This you need to incur like this. You need to arrange your money accordingly so that you can pay when it is required. If you are doing self-study, you don't want to study from anywhere, you are saving this 66,000, because self-study will save, but some material you require. You should be buying Hawk. You can buy Hawk from us or on your own. We will charge this much only. We don't want any training classes fees. We will not provide you any training. So if you want to buy 19,999, you can pay to us or you can pay to anybody else and buy. Then you will pay this fees to the institute. This fees you will not get any discount, but because the institute discount is over. And then you start your study and all that, and you pay the exam fees in December end or January beginning without discount, whatever is the fees for student and professionals. So the payment will remain in the same order. The net you will be able to save around 10,000. Because with Saraf, if you are paying this 66,000, then in that case you are saving all these money. Saving is written here, around 50,000 we are saying. So normally, if you go with Saraf, your additional cost to do CMA is around 15,000 approx. I am not promoting myself. I am saying because a student go on asking these things 20 times. And then they say that they have done the video. What they have done, I don't know. I don't understand. What they are hearing in the video, what again and again they ask this question, every student. Whether it is those students, those who have registered with Saraf, or those who have not registered, they are doing self. For Saraf student also the same thing is applicable. Since you are Saraf student, this column is applicable for you. And if you are not Saraf student, then in that case, this column is applicable for you. For getting discount, you need to be a listed learning partner student. And at the same time, you need to have a certified material. That's in total relating to cost breakup of IMA Institute. Just one thing. Suppose somebody want to do Indian CMA, want to compare this with Indian CMA. The comparisons would be done logically. Not that I'm teaching CMA US for that reason it is good. You need to, whenever you compare, you need to be impartial. You need to be very open-ended, objective. First of all, you should not compare CMA US with the CMA India at all, because it is illogical comparison. But still you want to do, I am helping you. CMA US 2 exam, CMA India 20 exams, CMA US 1 year, CMA India 3 to 4 year course. CMA US cost is, if you are a student, around 1.5 lakh. If you are professionals, around 1.95 lakh, 40,000 around more. Indian CMA for 18-20 subjects, because I am saying this money along with the training classes. So if you go with the training classes of CMA US, CMA India, the 20 subject, if per subject we consider a 10,000 minimum fees, whereas the fees is not 10,000 anywhere in the world, then in that case it is approximately 2 lakh. Institute charges is approximately 70 to 80,000 for all the exams, part 1, part money, CMA final, CMA inter, CMA foundation and all. And the institute every level fees is around 80,000. So that is costing you around 3 lakh. I don't find that any course which is giving you a degree and certificate is costing you less than this. Somebody can say that it is a costly course. Then where is the course? Even any Indian course where the cost is less. In India, Indian courses will have more value. No question for this. In India, Indian CA, Indian CMA will have more value. Because in India, you are staying in India, Indian law, Indian taxation, you will study in Indian courses. But if you talk non-regulatory thing, accounting, finance, management accounting, strategic decision making, internal control and all that, then in that case, there is no difference between Indian and international course. If the opportunities are there in India in these areas, which are globally same, then international course will be having good value. But still in India, lesser than the Indian course. And if you go outside India, then the Indian CMA will give you better opportunities as compared to Indian courses. Reason being that now your Indian taxation knowledge is not applicable outside India. Your Indian company law knowledge is not applicable outside India. So you are on the same field. So if you have the intention to go outside India, or if you have the intention to work in India in multinational corporates, which are hiring you for a different expertise, your expertise will be required there. Then in that case, CMA US is the course. Somebody will say that whether we will get job or opportunities. I am not a person who will give you lottery and all these things like that. I will not say anything wrong. Believe me, whether you join or not, whether you do CMA US or not, from me, from somebody, what is the logical thing? If I have knowledge, if I have skills, if I have brain, and if I have some experience, I will be getting definitely opportunities in life. Whether the opportunity will be very lucrative, whether the opportunities will be less lucrative, that's, you can say, luck. You will say that based on CMA US, whether I will be getting jobs. I can ask the same thing, and there are so many students after doing Indian courses comes at me, and I have placed them to my relatives, to my knowledgeable persons and all that. Question ये नहीं, क्या Indian CMA CA करके job नहीं मिल रहा है? मिल रहा है. When the course has brand, goodwill, value, and if you consider CMA US don't have any brand, don't have any goodwill, then to nothing to say. An institute established for 100 years, an institute where the course of the institute is being done in 180 countries, an institute which have an ethics, which have a setup, an institute which is regularly changing their syllabus content, connecting with the employers. It's a professional setup. So you need to ask me that whether the US CMA has value or not. then I don't need to say anything कि भाई मेरे को आपको बताना पड़ रहा है, then in that case you should not be doing this course. Because why that if I am teaching, I will be saying CMA US is good. Why you will be coming at me or anywhere when the CMA US you have a question that it is a good course or not? If the institute is not credible, if the institute is not creating employment, I cannot give you employment, man. When the institute is not creating a budge, that's the job of the institute. They have the team to create employment opportunities and everything. And the more than that, whether the curriculum does not cover whatever is required in business. Somebody will say that, sir, I've done a data science course. Do you consider data science is a very general thing? Can you understand data science without knowing accounting, business and finance properly? I don't think so. आप डेटा, ये भी तो एक डेटा ही है? This is also a data fees. This is also whenever you inquire with us, we give this detail. तो क्या आप इसको समझ पाते हैं क्या कि मेंबरशिप कब देना है, when to pay and all that? आप नहीं समझ पाते. You don't able to understand. Why? Why you don't able to understand when some data is given to you? Analyzing data is not a common man job. Data can be generated from the software, but getting the sense of the data is not a common man job. That sense you can develop when you do some professional study. That sense you cannot develop just by doing graduation. I'm not questioning graduation is good or bad, but I'm just saying that data analysis, आप कोई course कर लेंगे which is of 6 months, which is of 5 classes of, and you are paying. That is, you understand CA India, CMA India, CMA US, ACCA, CMA, CMA, CPA, CFA. All these are professional courses. All these are not the online courses which are running by somebody, some organization. आप tally कर लो, आप data analytics कर लो. This is not that. Those are just a particular skill. Somebody is teaching you financial modeling, you attend. That is not. You cannot do financial modeling without having sound professional knowledge. And the sound professional knowledge is not possible in one day, man. It's impossible. You need to do a professional course with Siddhat, with devotion. Understand the concepts. So when you have the knowledge, then job will be there. Maybe after 10 days, maybe after 1 month, maybe in the beginning you are getting very good opportunity. Maybe you are getting some less better opportunity, but that is not the end of the life. Maybe somebody helped you in getting the job. Maybe somebody is not helping you. You are doing something which is having sense, which is having core accounting, business and finance knowledge, which is required in every business in day-to-day life. So why you will not be getting the opportunity? The question doesn't come. The question doesn't come. If you think that any course is just giving the exam, passing the exam, then in that case, there is a problem. Because then actually you will not be able to pass also. Because if your motive is just to study and pass the exam, then your motive is wrong. So we have, you can say, connection with IMA Institute. We have connection with employers. We have connection in Kolkata with so many employers. So if the student is there from Kolkata, I can help them to place in Kolkata. Or maybe you can say that I've taught so many students from different parts of the world. If there is any of my student is saying in their organization there is requirement directly or indirectly, then I will be communicating you. I will be helping you. For job, I will be helping you. You will also help yourself. Wherever the opportunities are coming, you will be applying. Maybe in 10 days, 15 days, 1 month, 2 months, you will be getting job. Don't think that whether I will get the job or not. You don't require anybody's support. When the brain is there, when knowledge is there, which you can apply in any organization, it's just a question of time. Somebody will get the opportunity in 15 days. Somebody will get the opportunity in 2 months. Somebody will get a very good opportunity from the beginning. Somebody will get less better. 5 fingers are not same. Nobody can tell you, or if somebody is telling you are totally bullshit, totally illogical, that there is a job guarantee 100%. This type of thing, if that type of thing I need to say, then actually I don't believe in the CMA US curriculum. I don't believe in the study of CMA US at all. कि मेरे को आपको ये बोलना पड़ रहा है 100% जॉब गारंटी. वो सब बच्चा लोग बोलते हैं टैली. You study tally, the tally wala will say that 100% job placement. They will place somebody at me and the person is getting 8 to 10,000, 12,000 rupees. That's not a job. If somebody is placing you to sell bank account, to sell mutual fund, to sell insurance, that is not a job. That you can do without this study also. A logical job where whatever you studied will be used, that is called a job. So don't ask this question from anybody. If you believe in the curriculum, if you believe in the institute, then only do that course. Not a training provider can create that brand and goodwill for the course. The training provider job is to teach you, in the best possible way so that you get the practical knowledge also and you able to pass the exam also. And then the training provider should help you to get the job, should help you to place you with whatever the sources the training provider has. According to me, suppose somebody is not taking classes with me, but he wants some help in the job. According to me, this is a very good charity. Why not I can help to that person to have placed somewhere? Suppose somebody is coming in to me in Kolkata. I want somebody in my organization. I can hire him if he satisfies the criteria which I want. This is free help to anybody. We should not publicize that I will help you 100% placement and all that. This is illogical. Normally, we should help every student community, whether they are taking classes with Saraf or not, that they should be employed. So wherever the opportunities are coming, I will be telling you, doesn't matter whether you are Saraf student or not. So be clear in your mind that you believe in the goodwill brand, believe in the curriculum of CMA US, believe in the opportunities based on CMA US, then only do the CMA US. Otherwise not. Question yourself and find out the answers from yourself. If you feel, yes, this is the thing I should be doing, this has value, then go for it. Whether with Saraf, whether self-study, whatever, as per me, good opportunities are there. Because whatever we study in any accounting, business and finance course, commerce course, professional course, everything is covered. Don't think that it is a 2 exam short-term course, fatafat. It's very detailed, man. Very good amount of study required. It's not easy to pass. Somebody can think that 2 exam, chak. It's not that. I'm teaching already for 13 plus years. It's not that simple to pass CMA US. I'm not saying impossible, but whole lot of study, proper efforts is required. This is relating to one part, as I said in the beginning, the breakup of cost and everything. Anybody has anything to ask? Those who are in YouTube, they can chat. What do you want to ask relating to total cost of ACC, CMA US? And those who are already in the Zoom registered student, anybody has anything to ask relating to payment and all that? Because don't ask this thing again, never. The video is freely. Once the class is over, it is automatically uploaded on YouTube. You can check from there. Help your friends and relatives. Anybody, भैया ये cost का breakup है. भाई तुमको जो करना है कर ले. Payment ऐसे करना है. The payment will be done like this. In this breakup, इसका कोई विकल्प नहीं. जो है सो है sir. Nothing can be done. Fatima, Grisma, Manoj, Ramandeep, Sujit, then here Adnan, Anwar, Sri Krishna, Deepak, Suraj, anybody else? Anything to ask? I'm waiting for next 30 seconds. Relating to cost breakup, relating to total cost of IMA and the opportunities based on IMA. That 2 things I have already explained. Those who are registered student, they can unmute yourself and they can ask the question. Those who are on YouTube, they need to chat. Because you cannot say something if you are from YouTube. क्या भाई? फातिमा, ग्रिस्मा, मनोज, रमनदीप, सूरज जी, कुछ पूछना है? Anything to ask? Okay. So let's proceed to the second part. Watch, Ramandeep, you asked that are there anything like attempts or we can give exam one time only in Feb? No question, sir. It was clear. Just that those who are registered student, when you are chatting in Zoom chat, then please in the chat box below you can see two. Beside two, there is a blue tab. In blue tab, drop down arrows. Select everyone in the meeting and then chat. Because if you select everyone in the meeting, then everybody will be able to see your chat. Otherwise, only I can see, then they will not be able to understand exactly what you are asking. So there are two questions. One is anything there, like there are attempts or I can give exam only in February, and no questions are for by others. First of all, Ramandeep ji, what is your background? Are you a student or you are a professional? Ramandeep, you can unmute yourself, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a student. Student.
A student means you are studying in college.
G.
Which year, sir? Which semester?
BCom first year, sir.
Acha. Do you know anything about Indian CA, Indian CMA? Any
G,
knowledge?
sir. G.
Yes. So in Indian CMA, Indian CA, if the student give foundation or intermediate exam and they failed, couldn't pass, can they give exam again?
Yes, sir.
Then why not in here, sir?
But
If you
in Feb only we can give exam 2-3 times like that.
no, come again. I couldn't hear. Sorry.
In Feb only we can give exam 2-3 times like that attempts or not.
No, no. I'm saying that in any course, even in school or university exam also, if you are giving the exam, you couldn't pass, then you can give exam again. This is a normal thing here. Just that you need to pay exam fees again. If CMA US exam fees, you are a student, is around 20,000 and you give the exam in February, suppose you couldn't pass, bad thing I'm saying. The next time when you give exam for June, again you need to pay 20,000 man. The exam fees is payable every time when you give exam.
Okay,
But
sir. Okay.
there is nothing that you cannot give exam later. When you are
Okay,
asking,
sir.
then I'm saying the rule. The rule is that within 3 years, you need to complete CMA US. Part 1, Part 2, both. Suppose in 3 years, you completed only one part. The another part is still left. Now, after 3 years, you need to give that part exam again. Suppose I cleared part 1 in 25, 26, 27. Part 1 only. Part 2 is still left. Now in 2028, I need to give part 1 exam again. Similarly, in Indian CA, CMA also, there are some period by which you need to complete the course, or otherwise you need to re-register. So same here in CMA, they are allowing you 3 years gap. You need to complete your both the part in 3 years. If by chance you are not completing in 3 years one part, then the part which is cleared is again to be given. But according to me, I don't know anybody in my domain that who has completed the CMA like this, that after 3 years they gave the two part again and all that. It's a 1 year course, 12 months. 12 months course with a proper study, whether you are undergraduate or graduate, you will be able to pass, give the exams within 1 year if you are serious. But if the student is not serious, there is nothing can be done. The IMA Institute provide placement opportunity like what? When you go on the IMA website, there is a corporate tab. So where there you will find the job. Employers are posting the jobs. So those are by direct IMA. The second, since IMA has an employment team, those who meet with the employers to create demand, then they are in the social media regularly updating the jobs based on CMA US. So those support are there with the IMA. And at the same time, when the course value, brand, goodwill, marketing and all that is done, automatically it creates help. So this is, you can say, support from IMA to offer jobs or creating jobs. Normally, as I said in the beginning, They will charge annual subscription anyhow, Sujit ji. You can't do anything. Let me finish that one. Sujit, Suraj, my advice is that if you have question in your mind that the CMA US is not a good course, I will not be getting the jobs and all that, then you should not be doing, sir. That's my best genuine advice to Suraj or anybody. This question answer that whether I will get the job based on CMA US, you need to search on your own only, sir. You need to believe on the credibility of the institute, on their curriculum, on your research of social media, that the jobs are there based on CMA US qualification. If you don't have belief from inside, nobody can create this belief in you. According to me, if I want something and I know that this is good, I will be definitely getting that. But if I have a confusion in my mind, then I will never be getting that. So, koi bhi jan, anybody who is doing CMA US already, when you have already started, believe on this. It has good value. But if you are thinking, then first of all, clear your mind. Make yourself understand that the course has value. Not that if Prakash Saraf is saying that, you will decide the course has a value. This is not logical, man. This is not advisable. You are connecting with anybody and he's saying that CMA US is good and somebody will say that bad. Are you dependent on others only? Now the social media is there, man. So do your research, do your due diligence. And if you feel from inside, yes, it is a course which I should be doing, it has value, then start. And once you start, don't look back. Don't look back once you started, because you have taken the decision. Now you have to win. You can't lose. So according to me, opportunities are there by the institute. You need to see that. And if you find that those opportunities are adequate, then only you should go for this course. Otherwise not. Surajji, whenever 1 year is over, they will charge annual subscription again, sir. Maybe you have booked the exam in advance. That's done. But the exam result will not be published if your annual subscription is due. It happened with many students. So you have booked the exam, you can give exam in February part 1 and in June part 2. But since your annual subscription 6th September, June is over, your result will not be published. It will be on hold. When you pay the annual subscription, then only your result will be published. So you can't do anything with that. The fees which I said, the fees which I gave the detail, suppose this fees which is membership fee. Membership fee is applicable for 1 year for professional. So if membership fee you paid for 1 year and you are not clearing CMA US in 1 year, you need to pay $295 again. Entrance fee is applicable for 3 years. Exam fees is applicable for every exam. For students like Ramandeep, the membership fee is applicable for 3 years. And entrance fees is already for 3 years. For Ramandeep, if he don't clear the exam in 1 year, he don't need to pay anything to the institute after 1 year. He need to pay anything only after 3 years. For students, the membership fee validity is 3 years. For professional, the membership validity is 1 year. This is the institute rule, not my rule. I can't do anything. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's proceed. तो दो बात है, आपको लगता है कॉस्ट बहुत ज्यादा है, and if you think that the course don't have value, which nobody can tell you, sir, which you need to decide. You need to compare the cost. You need to compare the value. And if you find that it has value and the cost is adequate, then you need to join. Nobody can explain this to you beyond whatever I explained. I cannot say it is good or bad. I cannot say the cost is less or more. I have given a comparative analysis. With that perspective, you need to decide whether it's a good course or not, or you should be doing or not. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, in part 1, there are 6 parts. A, B, C, D, E, F. And in part 2 also, again, there are 6 parts. A, B, C, D, E, F. What is those parts? You see, man. Suppose this is a material downloaded from the institute website. ठीक है? In the material, they are mentioning from September, there are changes in the syllabus. Okay. There is no point discussing with you these changes, because if you don't know the curriculum, then how I will explain you the changes? The changes in part 1 is only this part, the consolidated statement they have included from September 2024. So the September-October exam, which happened already, is already based on the changed syllabus. Similarly, in part 2, there are some additional areas and all that. I'm not discussing that, because if somebody don't know the entire thing, then how they will understand what are the changes are there. But then if we go in the detailed syllabus guidelines, okay, this is also downloaded from the institute website, and this is also downloaded from the institute website. This is slightly, you will say that, sir, I want this material. All our registered students will be given this material after the class in mail. It is already uploaded in Google Drive. But those who are not our student, this material can be given to you. You can mail, we will give you. But this I have taken from the IMA website. It is not my creation, sir. So they are saying here that in the syllabus, there is part 1, there is part 2. The part 1, we say external financial reporting A, planning, budgeting and forecasting B, performance management C, cost management D, internal control E, technology and analysis F. For all they are saying level C. Level C means advanced knowledge. Level A, basic knowledge. Level B, medium knowledge. Level C, advanced knowledge. They are saying they will test all the topics at advanced level. All the topic. Level A, level B, level C, meaning they have written here. Okay? Level C meaning the advanced knowledge is required by the student in all the areas. This is percentage that in the exam, the questions will be coming at these percentages. Out of the paper, 15% of the questions will be from part A. 20% of the questions will be from part B. 20% from part C, blah, blah, blah. Now, believe me, these are 6 different subjects. You will say part 1, but it is 6 different subjects. The first one is accounts. The second one is, you can say, budgeting. The third one is management accounting. The fourth one is cost management. The fifth one is auditing and internal control. The sixth is IT. And then the finance part is not there in part 1. The finance part and all that, ethics and all that are there here. You understand that? Somebody will say that part 1, part 2 exam do or pass karo. It's not that simple, man. You have to study 6 different subjects in the curriculum. And you need to study all, because there is no very high percentage marks from any area. Asa ji, there is no category of housewife. There is no category of anything. It is just student, professional, student. Those who are doing full-time study, maybe graduation, maybe masters. Professionals, those who are not student. So whether you are housewife or not, they have not made any category. Why we are raising this question, Asa ji? Kya Asa ji yaar? Category student ka kab hai? When you are doing full-time study, either you are doing graduation or you are doing post-graduation masters full-time. कोई हाउसवाइफ, कोई वर्किंग ऐसे कैटेगरी नहीं बनाया, तो आप प्रोफेशनल कैटेगरी में आओगे. यू विल बी कमिंग इन द प्रोफेशनल कैटेगरी. वेदर यू आर हाउसवाइफ और नॉट डजंट मैटर. आप क्या करते हो इंस्टीट्यूट ने क्राइटेरिया थोड़ी ना लिखा है यार. सिंपल बात कर रहे हैं, आप उसको जलेबी घुमा रहे हो यार. मैं गुस्सा नहीं कर रहा. बट इफ वी स्टार्ट आस्किंग दिस टाइप ऑफ थिंग, देन हाउ वी विल अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट, हाउ वी विल पास द एग्जाम. मैंने ये बोला है क्या कि प्रोफेशनल मतलब वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल है, जो घर पे बैठे हैं वो प्रोफेशनल नहीं है? ऐसा कोई क्राइटेरिया है क्या? ऐसा नहीं है भाई. We have already registered student also. Those who are not working anywhere, they are coming in professional category only. वो स्टूडेंट नहीं है, आप काम नहीं कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ी ना स्टूडेंट बन जाओगे. सो आशा जी, आप प्रोफेशनल कैटेगरी में हो बिकॉज यू आर नॉट स्टडिंग. You are not studying under graduation, you are not studying masters full time. So you come in the professional category. Doesn't matter, you are not working anywhere. You are not working anywhere, that's your call. But you come in the professional category. ठीक है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Now, so what I mean to say that these are 6 different subjects. Normally the external financial reporting I take 4 to 5 classes to complete. Planning, budgeting, and forecasting, again, it takes 4 to 5 classes to complete. Performance management takes around 4 to 5 classes to complete. Cost management will take around 4 to 5 classes to complete. Internal control will take around 1 to 2 class. IT, technology, and analytics will take 1 to 2 class. So if you take the first 4 parts, say 20 classes, and then these are 2 to 4, 24 classes, 25 classes. And plus I will take 5 classes for revision, for mock papers and all that. Around 30 class. Each class of 3 to 4 hours. Each class of 3 to 4 hours. That means around 100-hour training class. If you go with Saraf, I will be teaching you 100 hours for part 1 and then 100 hour for part 2. Total 200 hour. And the self-study is that only. Whether you are below average student, above average. If you are average and above average, you will be able to score good marks, rank. But if you are below average, by study that much, you will be able to pass. Because you are falling in different category. Why you are below average? Don't question this. Because in the life, you have not studied anything properly. So that you have already destroyed in the past. So you are a below average student. Lekin that doesn't mean that you can't grow. Because I believe in hard work. I believe in tortoise and rabbit story. Rabbit can run fast. But the race is won by the tortoise only. So if you are hardworking, nobody can stop you. Hardworking does not mean that you need to study 5-6 hours in a day. Study with concepts. Study with logic. Maybe your past is not good. I will make your future good. But you need to believe on me. You need to have trust on me. Sir, Sara Hindi मेरे को, I am not teaching in Hindi or English. I don't know any language. Whatever language I am using, everybody will be able to understand. Fatima ji, whatever I said up till now, are you getting?
Yes, sir, of course.
Grisma, whatever I said up till now, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Manoj, whatever I am saying up till now, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Ramandeep, are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes.
In YouTube, those who are there, other than Sankara Kude, whatever I am saying, please chat everybody. Are you getting whatever I am saying? Maybe Hindi or English, whatever language. Suraj, Asa, Adnan, I am waiting for your chat. So your question answer already done, sir. क्रेडिट कार्ड से पेमेंट करना है, इसको हिंदी में कैसे बोले? क्रेडिट कार्ड को हिंदी में क्या बोलते? मेरे को नहीं आता सर, मैं क्या बोलूं? और मैं स्टूडेंट को ये बोलता हूं, आई कैनॉट चेंज माई स्टाइल टू टीच बिकॉज समबडी इज रिक्वेस्टिंग. I have developed a style in 25, 30 years. I can't change that. You will say in Hindi, you will say that, please say in English. I can't say that. The way I'm teaching, there are ample of videos there. Students should analyze, and if they like, then they join. Otherwise, not, sir. There is not one class uploaded on YouTube. More than 500 classes of 3 hours each on YouTube freely available. 2000 hours free content. So मेरे को नहीं लगता कि मेरे को ये बोलना पड़ेगा हिंदी में बोलिए कैसे पेमेंट करेंगे. अरे भैया इतना भी इंग्लिश नहीं समझोगे तो ये तो इंग्लिश कोर्स है. हाउ वी विल गिव द एग्जाम देन? माय नेम इज प्रकाश सराफ. दिस आई नीड टू से. मेरा नाम प्रकाश सराफ है. ये थोड़ी ना कर रहे हैं हम लोग यहाँ. दिस इज नॉट अ लैंग्वेज क्लास. आई एम नॉट अ लैंग्वेज टीचर. Neither English, neither Hindi. My Hindi is not good. My English is not good. I am not a poetry and language teacher. I am here for a subject expert, accounting, business and finance expert. Whatever language I will say, Hindi, English, you will understand. Whether you don't know Hindi or English doesn't matter. But आप ध्यान ही नहीं दोगे तो कोई सॉल्यूशन मेरे पास नहीं है. क्रेडिट कार्ड का हिंदी क्या होता है मेरे को नहीं आता है भाई. मैं कैसे बोलूं? बोलेगा क्रेडिट कार्ड के पेमेंट करना है, इसको हिंदी में कैसे बोले? नहीं आता है. पेमेंट बाय क्रेडिट कार्ड ऑन द इंस्टीट्यूट वेबसाइट. इफ यू डोंट हैव क्रेडिट कार्ड, यू नीड टू अरेंज क्रेडिट कार्ड ऑफ योर रिलेटिव फ्रेंड्स. यू कैन मेक देम पेमेंट इन कैश. उनका क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज करिए. वर्स्ट टू वर्स्ट, इफ यू डोंट हैव क्रेडिट कार्ड, यू मेल टू द इंस्टीट्यूट टू गिव द बैंक डिटेल. यू कैन ट्रांसफर द पेमेंट फ्रॉम योर बैंक अकाउंट टू द बैंक अकाउंट ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट by connecting with your banker. वो भी possible है. If somebody don't have credit card or something, you can pay to the institute bank account. But for that, you cannot do by sitting in home. Suppose I have an account in my ICICI bank. I will go in ICICI bank. I will say that you transfer on my behalf the money to the IMA institute. They will transfer and they will take the money from me. That is also possible. But in which account you need to transfer, you need to communicate with the institute only, sir. I don't know their bank account details. You don't know my bank account detail. To make the payment to me, you need my bank account detail. That same thing, sir. इसमें थोड़ी ना है. दुनिया में आज के दिन पेमेंट करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम है? इतना सारा मेथड आ गया बेचारा. तो आप बोल रहे हैं हिंदी में बोलो. हिंदी इंग्लिश जो बोलूंगा सर समझना पड़ेगा. कोई ऐसा बात नहीं कर रहा हूं अरबी फारसी की समझ में नहीं आए यार. बात ध्यान से सुनोगे नहीं तो कोई सॉल्यूशन ही नहीं है ना यार. फिर समझोगे कैसे? और इतना भी हिंदी बोलना पड़ेगा तब तो ये कोर्स आपको नहीं करना है सर. आप समझोगे कैसे? द बुक्स आर रिटन इन इंग्लिश, द टीचिंग इन इंग्लिश, द एग्जाम्स इज इन इंग्लिश. हाउ वी विल अंडरस्टैंड सर? ओके. So all these things I will take around 30 classes. The schedule of the classes already shared in the WhatsApp group. I will share again in the mail also after the class. And the schedule is Saturday morning, Monday evening. Why this is the schedule? So that those who are professionals, they will be able to attend the live classes. Saturday morning 7 a.m., 7 to 10, 10:30, maybe sometime up till 11. And Monday evening 8 to 11, maybe sometime 11:30, 12. These timing are not going to change for live class. They are going to be fixed. If you attend the live class very well, you should be. If you don't attend, you will be getting recording just after the class automatically. The recordings will be uploaded in the software. And from the software, you will be able to see the recordings in one single big machine and one single small machine. Big machine means laptop or computer. And small machine means mobile phone. Big machine in laptop, MacBook is not applicable. In small machine, iPhone, it chalega. Recordings, there are constraint. You can do the recordings on one big machine, one small machine. For live class, there is no constraint. For live class, you join with the link of the class from any machine. There is no problem. I will be covering the entire syllabus by around 15th of February. With the revision and everything. Maybe one class we will take between 15th to 20th, but not more than that. By 15th of February, everything will finish. Because if you see the schedule, it is around 30 classes like that only. First of all, I will be teaching external financial decision reporting. which will take around 4 or 5 classes. Today is the class, Monday is the class, Saturday again is the class, Monday is the class. So maybe by next week, Monday, or maybe by next to next week, Saturday, I will finish this financial reporting. Then we will be going into performance management, cost management, planning and budgeting, and at the end, internal control and technology. We will be doing classes like that. For all the topic, I have my own notes. Not Hawk, not Glenn, not Wiley. I have my own notes prepared. Those notes I will refer to explain the concept in the class. But I'm not going to read my notes in the class. I will explain with example the concept about everything. And I will be asking the student to go through my notes. The class and the notes reading, whatever I have given to them, that notes the student will be reading. Then, along with the discussion, we will be solving many questions in the class, in every class. The questions we will be solving from IMA support package, which is offered to every registered students by the IMA. And we will be doing questions from Hawk. The major questions we will be doing from support package, but some questions we will be doing from Hawk also. Hawk questions student will be trying on their own. Somebody will say that, sir, I have not Hawk, I have Glenn, I have Wiley. You try from there, man. Doesn't matter. You can ask question from any part, any material, anywhere in the world. I don't have a problem. But the problem is what? Somebody told you Hawk is better. Somebody told you Glenn is better. Somebody told you Wiley is better. And then whatever somebody is saying, you are doing that. This is not done. Decide in the first class only. If you are doing self-study, decide on the first day only from where you will study. This is very important thing. From where you will study. If you are my student taking classes from me, my suggestion, haath jodkar, my notes, the exam support package of IMA and Hawk material. If you have purchased as a my student already some other material, आप वो use करिए, Hawk नहीं खरीदना और. Don't waste money. But if you have not purchased, then use Hawk. We will be referring this only for our study purpose. Sankaraji again asking how to purchase book. Sankaraji, you need to do the recording. Maybe you were not there for last 1 hour in front of the screen. I have already said all these things. Otherwise, we will destroy the entire class, sir. So I will not answer this again. You need to see the recording after the class. It is freely available on YouTube. Okay. You can see the recording of first hour. I am not saying again how to purchase the book. Okay. आइए. Illogical question का आंसर 50 बार नहीं दे सकते सर. Recording करना होएगा. So, I mean to say that we will be referring in our classes IMA support package question bank, Hawk question bank, and our notes which I have already said. I will again give Google Drive link to all of you after the class. When you are studying with me, you should be doing this. This is my request. But even though my student, you want to do something else, I don't have a problem. But you will destroy yourself. What is the study pattern? Suppose I am teaching you Saturday morning live class for 3 to 4 hours. You have done the live class. You were there in the live class. It's a must, not a question. You are a brilliant student. You are an average student. You are below average. It's a must. You need to do the recordings of that class again. Saturday study done, now do on Sunday. Sunday complete the recording. Maybe you can do the recording at a fast pace. Speed, increase the speed of video, 1.25, 1.5. So a 3-hour class you can complete in 2 hours. If you attended the live class very properly, then this is advisable. On Sunday, you are doing the recording. When you do recording, please pause the video continuously. Because in the live class, you can't stop me. In the live class, you can't stop me. But in the recording, you can pause the video whenever you like. Why you need to pause the video? Suppose Sankara is asking something. Why? Because either he was not there in the beginning 1 hour, or maybe he was there, but that time he was not His presence was not there properly. So when something is said and you are doing the recording, pause the video. Think logically what I said, what I explained, digest yourself, make yourself ready, then again start the recording. That way the recording need to be done. It is not that the way you are doing the live class, you hear the entire recording in the recording class. No, sir. This is not done. For recording, you have extra rights given. You need to pause the video, stop the video, think logically, then again start and all that. At the time of recording, if you want to make some notes, you can. Minimize the video, pause the video, open your Word file, like this Word file. This Word file, maybe another Word file of yours, and type something which you want to make yourself as a note so that you can refer later on. Because while doing the video, studies should be going on properly. So maybe the video will take full 3 hours again. Then whatever you have done in the live class, you have done the recording. Whatever I have discussed in the class, whatever question I have solved, solve those questions again on Monday. On Monday, if the class is there, then solve them on Tuesday, no problem. But those questions which I have solved in the class, it's a must. You solve them again on your own, even though you have done the live class. Then you have done the recording also. Maybe you have mugged up the thing, mugging up done, but you still do the same thing again on your own without referring anything. I solved 10 questions in the class, you solve 10 questions again. In writing on Word file. After solving those questions, do extra question which is given as a homework. Extra question from IMA support package, extra question from, 1 second. 1 second, I am coming, 1 second. Live class, only first class is available on YouTube. The other classes are not on YouTube, not as recording, nothing. Because the classes are there for registered student. The first class is there for the whole world. So the classes will be, you will be getting by joining the classes at here, sir, not on YouTube, sir. क्या क्या बात कर रहे हैं सर? हैं सर? हेमंत गौड़ा जी. Okay. So what I was saying that you will be solving the question which I have solved in the class again on your own. It's a must. And then you will be solving other questions which is given as a homework. The other question when you solve and you find doubt, problems are there. Then whether you are there in the class or not, next class, you make a note, copy paste the question in the Word file, write your answer, write the institute answer, copy paste, and send that file. You don't need to remind me in the class, sir, I have sent some doubts and all that. I will be discussing at length all your doubts in the class. At length, the doubts will be discussed in the class. You don't need to take tension. If you follow this, for in the beginning 3-4 classes, you will find the difference. Suppose Fatima will say that, sir, I am a below average student. You will find the difference in 4 classes only a very complacent, a very knowledgeable student. But if you break this thing that you are not doing live, then you are not doing recording, then you are not solving the same thing again, you are not solving extra questions, and you are getting ample of time for this. Because I am there on Saturday and Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, 5 दिन है आपके पास. 5 days में every day you need to study 2.5 hours. I have taught for 3 6 hours approx 7 hours. आपको पढ़ने कितना दिन बोल रहा हूं? 5 days में 2 hours each, 10 to 12 hour. So in total weekly study कितना हो गया? Around 10 plus 6, 16 to 20 hour in a week. In a week there is approximately 16 hours study. हर दिन आपको दोगा. Now every day need to study. You can't say that I am in office, I will study on Saturday, Sunday 10 hours each. Not allowed. Not allowed, man. You need to study every day. Whatever you are doing, whatever busy you are, you have to study every day 2 hours. Whenever you will study, switch off your mobile phone, switch off social media, switch off TV, everything. Just focus on study. That study will be done generally according to me in the morning 4 o'clock, in the morning 5 o'clock, when nobody can disturb you. And enjoy whole day whatever you want to do, man. If you are married, enjoy with your family. If you are not married, enjoy with your friends. Do see movie, whatever your enjoyment, do whatever entertainment. But make a logic that every day you will study for 2.5 hours without fail. If you are not well, if you have fever, whatever, need to study 2.5 hours daily. It's a must. Not more than that. I am giving you guarantee that whatever level of knowledge you have, I will make you pass. But if you are not doing live class, no problem. Mostly students don't do live class. Then do recording twice. Because if you are in the live class, then live one time done, recording another time, 2 times. If you are doing only recording 2 times, double. 1 time without pausing, without anything, just see the video. 2nd time pausing and all that. 3rd time, you will be doing the same question again on your own. And 4th time, extra questions. And then you send your doubts in the class, whatever you have. No problem. If you follow this for coming this month, that is November, 10th to 30th November, you will find the difference. This is my proven success formula for all of you. I am giving you guarantee, I will make you pass. You will say, I have not studied for quite a long time, doesn't matter. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, कोई इशू नहीं. आपको समझाने की, आपको बताने की, to make clear all the concepts, whether they are tricky or not, my duty. But you need to support me with regular study. So system. I am not writing the system fully. I have already explained. You need to follow that. Syllabus and 30 classes. Now, some of you have the habit to study while study, underline, mark, write something on a copy pen and all that. That's good. That's not a question bad. But then if you study CMA or any international course, ACCA, CMA, CPAC, any course like that, it is not advisable. Because you will get the question on screen like this. You need to type your answer on screen like this. So if you develop or if you continue your old habit, taking printout, underline, writing by pen and paper, believe me, when on the screen question will come, you will feel very discomfort. On the screen, there is nothing that you cannot read, but you will not be feeling okay. And in the exam, the time to complete the questions will be very, very heavy. Even though you know the concept, but you will feel discomfort to pass the exam. Because there are many multiple choice questions where the write-ups would be very less, only on the calculator, looking at the screen. But if you do pen and paper, even for those questions also, you are writing something. So you will require that thing in the exam, but that is not available. It is just a waste of time. Change is the only thing which we need to follow. If we are not changing as per the requirement, we will never get success. So according to me, nobody should buy physical material. Because then you are taking yourself back, whereas you will need to take yourself forward. आप पीछे ले जा रहे हो, पीछे मत जाइए. So as I said in the beginning, anybody wants material can be physical delivered by hawk at your address. 1900 rupees they will charge. 1400 material, 500 courier. If you are outside India, they will deliver there also. But they will charge the courier charges extra, because outside India it will cost more, but not required. Free में देगा तो भी मत लेना. Study on screen. This I say for last 13 years to every student in the first class only. If you don't study on screen, don't develop your habit of study on screen, you will be finding difficulty in passing the exam, even though you have the knowledge of the concept. That is my advice. So, no physical material. ठीक है? Still, you can buy. आपको अगर पैसे वेस्ट करने की जरूरत है, आपकी मर्जी है सर. मेरे हिसाब से जरूरत नहीं. Now, the exam pattern is 500 marks paper. 500 marks paper. Part 1 500, Part 2 500. 75% MCQ. 25% essay type. So 75% is basically 375 marks. And this is basically 125 marks. Pass marks. One second. Pass marks 360, which is 72%. On a standalone basis, it looks very heavy, huge. But need to understand, there will be 100 MCQ. 100 MCQ. You can say each MCQ of 3.75 marks because 375 marks. They have not said that each MCQ will be of same marks. Maybe in the software it is different marks. We assume that same marks. Out of 100 MCQ, if you suppose give exam without any study, since one question, there are 4 options, A, B, C, D. You can select without any study, A, B, C, D, anyone. Believe me, since 4 options are there, any one option you will select, 25% chance that it will be right. So if you give exam without any study, then out of 100 MCQ, there is a very high probability that 25 are correct. Maybe 30 also correct. Matlab 25 to 30% of the MCQ will be correct without any study. कुछ पढ़े बगैर हो जाएगा. And if they need to say that the student will pass by scoring 40% marks, then why not they should say that there is no exam. A student will pass just by study. They need to differentiate between a knowledgeable and non-knowledgeable student. For that reason, 30% marks you can score without any study, man. They are saying you need to get 72%, man. You will be able to make out of 100 questions 60, 65 right when you have studied very well, when you know the concept very well. If you don't know the concept properly, then you should not be passing the exam. I generally say that for safety purpose, we should be able to do 70 questions correct. 70 MCQ correct. If we want to pass exam without any tension, then 70 questions correct. For 70 questions, what will be the marks? 70 into 3.75. 70 into 3.75 will be coming approximately 260 to 65 marks. Out of 125 marks, you will be easily able to score in essay type 100 marks. In essay type, the questions you need to answer in typing. If it is theory, you need to type theory on a screen. If it is numericals, you need to write numericals on a screen and all that. Essay type, they require full explanation and write-up. MCQ, they don't want any detailing by the student. MCQ is just that, right? Full marks, wrong, laddu. Right full marks, wrong, 0. Simple thing. Now, if suppose a student is doing 60 questions correct, the chance is there he will not be able to pass, he or she, because 60 into 3.75 is coming around 230, 40. Out of 125, you will say student will score 125, maybe. I'm not questioning. You are going to get 360. But 125 you can score 110, 1. Even though they can give you 125 also. But somebody can score out of 125, 125. That student will never score 60 question right in MCQ. He will be doing 90 plus right in MCQ. Because the syllabus is same for this and this. So if you are scoring here 100 में 90 right, then only you can score here 125 में 110, 120. You need to understand. It is not possible that you score here good marks, here bad. So question is that if the student is not able to do 70 questions correct, he will not be able to pass. Sometimes it happens that suppose you are doing 30 questions correct, 40 questions correct. So 40 questions are giving you around 150 marks. And if 125, you score 125 full, then also you can't score 360. So what happens that after MCQ, the essay type don't open for that student. When based on MCQ, it is already seen that you can't pass this exam. So this doesn't open. For some of the students, when they give exam, after MCQ, their exam is over. Their essay type doesn't open at all. Now the student is said that the student has scored 235 marks. The student is asking me, sir, my essay type was not opened. And in MCQ, I scored 235. I could have scored here. They are saying that suppose in MCQ, out of 375, you scored 200. What is the percentage? 200 by 375 is coming approximately 55%. So out of 500, what is the percentage? Out of 500, 55% is coming 225. So they are not giving you the marks out of multiple choice. They are escalating those marks out of 500. How much? When out of 375, you are scoring 200. So out of 500, how much is your score? That they are telling you after the exam. Don't say that you scored in multiple choice 250, man. That you have not scored. They are not giving you your exact marks in multiple choice. They are escalating the marks out of 500. That way they are introducing the results. So when the student is scoring very less in the MCQ, by which he cannot pass the exam, so they don't open the essay type. They save your time in the exam. The exam is of 4 hours. 4-hour exam. 3-hour MCQ, 1 hour essay type. MCQ will be for 3 hours and essay type will be for 1 hour. This is 3 hour and 1 hour. So there are students for whom the exam is over in 3 hours. Because in MCQ, their score is so less that even though if the essay type will open for them, they can't score 360. So institute give them holiday in 3 hours only. They are failed on that day only. But that doesn't mean that if your essay type open, you will 100% pass. There is no guarantee. Because your essay type open means the probability was there that you can score 360. But still student score 340, 330. That means they are not able to score 360 because of the total marks. He is not able to score 360 to pass the exam. They have not scored. Generally, whose essay type open, they get the marks if they don't pass between 300 to 350. Sometimes a student get 358 also. Sometimes this also happen. But those students for whose essay type open and they don't able to pass the exam, they score between 300 to 350. They are not bad. They are good students, but they couldn't able to pass the exam. Generally, those who are not studying properly, for them the essay type don't open at all. Their exam is finished in 3 hours only. Those students who say that मेरा essay type open नहीं हुआ, some of the students say in them, out of them, sir, I solved the entire hock. Sir, I solved all the questions. but still my essay type didn't open. So CMA US is not saying that you solve 1,000 questions, for that reason you will pass. The question solving should be done in a manner. When you are doing a question, you need to understand the question crux crystal clear. That type of 50 question you should be able to solve. That is the purpose. In my classes also, there are students gave exam 2 times, couldn't pass, left the course. It's not that everybody has passed in my case. And there are students who has not studied anything on their own, just did the class, some recording, not solved any single question on their own, and they passed the exam in one go. There are that kind of student also, because they are very logical in their thought process. When I'm saying something, when I'm explaining something, they understanding that thing in a very crystal clear manner. They don't need to study, man. Their concepts are clear. So when their concepts are clear, they don't need to solve 𝐂𝐈𝐼𝐁, GLAN and all that. They will pass. There is a student who gave the exam without any study in last 1 month. Mr. Pawan from Dubai only. Without a single minute study for last 1 month, he gave the exam. He called me, sir, bahut problem tha. I couldn't study, but I booked the exam from earlier only. Now what should I do? I have not studied for last 1 month. I said, still you will pass. Just be practical in the exam. He scored exactly 360. In one part, he scored exactly, but without pade. Need to understand, it's a very, very concept-based exam, understanding-based exam. Not that you solve so many questions, for that reason you will pass. I'm not saying we need to solve question to get clarity, to get concept, to get confidence to pass the exam. But not that since you are solving the question, you will pass the exam. That's not the case, man. So question need to be solved in a proper way, with understanding, with logic, then we will pass the exam. The exam results are declared after 1.5 months. If somebody is giving exam in January, result will be declared by 15th of March, 1 or 2 days here and there. If somebody is giving exam in February, result will be declared by April 15th. Why the result come late? Because essay type somebody need to check. MCQ computer checked, right full marks, wrong gaya. But for essay type, somebody need to see what you have written. For that reason, result takes time. Since the exams are there, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. Jan, Feb, Jan result in March, February result in April. May result in July, June result in August, September, October, September result in November, October result in December. So abhi November chal raha hai. In 5-7 days, those who gave exam in September, their results will come. IMA results will come. Those who gave exam in September, in 1.5 months. That's the rule by the institute. For essay type, actually student don't need to study anything. I complete essay type questions study in the class, in one class of 3 hours. In every batch since last 14-15. Because once your entire syllabus is complete, you have solved questions on MCQs on those topics, then the essay type is just those only, just you need to write. So we solve 7-8 questions for essay type from different parts of the syllabus. Student understand that if they have the knowledge, if they understood the syllabus, they will be able to manage essay type easily. The previous year questions are there in the IMA support package. Those questions are repeated in Hawk, Wiley and all that, with different figures and all that. You can say that the IMA support package is a past term question papers, questions. And that is taken in Wiley, Hawk and all that. They are past term only. But any international course don't have a system like Indian courses. In Indian courses, if exam happened in June, you will find the June 2024 papers, answers and all that. They don't publish their papers for the whole world. So nobody knows exactly what came in the exam in any term. Because these exams are held every day. They are not held on one particular day. So they have bunch of questions. And out of the bunch of questions they give in the exam, any question, different students are getting different papers in the exam. Suppose somebody is giving January, February, 1st Jan, 2nd Jan, 3rd, so many. Every student is getting different set of questions. So how the exam questions will be coming? It is IMA support package which is giving you the past term questions, which is included in 𝐂𝐈𝐌𝐀 and all that, with some extra questions which they have prepared on their own. That is previous term question. It is not like Indian exam, साल में exam 2 बार होगा, 2 दिन होगा बस. ऐसा नहीं है ना यार. All international courses exam frequency are generally on demand. So there is no particular term. So how they will publish that? This is the question of this term. Okay. According to me, actually, we should not be going into this detail, because in Indian course, if the student is getting past term paper, is the question same going to come in the exam? Never. They are not asking a single question repeated from the past term. Every question is new. They have the team who is making questions regularly. For that reason, the course credibility is there, man. Key student will able to pass the exam when they know the concept. They can't pass the exam if they don't know the concept. Just by mugging up the questions of the past term, we can't pass CMA US. We can't pass any international course exam just by mugging up the questions of the past term. This is relating to exam pattern. Now, last thing. This is our Google Drive. For all our notes, when the student join with us, then we give you the link of the Google Drive. कहाँ गया यार? 1 second. Sorry. What I am saying that there is a Google Drive. This is CMA US Google Drive. The part 1, part 2. In the CMA US Google Drive part 1, all part A, B, C, D, E, F, all the materials. And you can say like I'm preparing this notes in the class. I generally during the class write these notes. So when after the class, I will mail this file. So the previous batch files. The previous batch files are there. For Jan, Feb 23, for September, October 23, other files are also there. And the support package, the CMA US support package. CMA US support package. 1 second, support package of 2024, 2020. You should refer 2024 because this is most recent. All the support package and every resources are there. Why these are in the Google Drive? Because in total they are greater than 25 MB. So if I will mail you, they will become as a Google Drive only. For part 1, part 2, there are 2 Google Drive, all the notes, support package, everything. And whatever material I am using in the class, this is, you can say, the learning material, all these are included in the support package already. सब है already. जितना भी material है. So when you join with us, we give this support package, or I mean to say the Google Drive link to all of you. What is request? That from the Google Drive, you download all the materials. Save in your desktop, save in your laptop in a folder. So that again and again, you don't need to open the Google Drive. Again and again, you don't need to ask, I don't able to find the material. When you register with us, the Google Drive link are given by my team. At that time only, you should download all the material and save in the folder. So that whenever you want to refer anything, it is easily available. This is just a one-time affair. I will, after the class, again, mail to all of you the Google Drive link, whether you received or not, those who are registered student, and you download the material so that everything is sorted, so that you don't need to ask. Then comes for any technical problem. Suppose you registered with the IMA, the discount is not showing there. It is showing wrong discount. 35 is not showing, 20 is not showing. Or maybe you are not getting the discounting package. Or maybe suppose you are running the video, you are not able to see the recordings, videos are not running, you are missing, having some material problem or anything. These are all called technical issue. For technical issue, my request to all the registered students, please you will mail here at our mail ID classes, from where you always get the mail from this classes ID, classes@saraf.academy. You will mail, my team will do the needful. For these silly things, don't message me, don't call me, don't connect with me. When you will mail, we are there, my team members are there, they will help you instantly. Just that it should be office hour. Office hour is between morning 10:30 a.m. till evening 7 p.m. For Saturday, it is evening 4 p.m. So if you are mailing something, if you have some problem beyond office hour, you need to wait for the office hour to come. You will be messaging me directly. You will be connecting with me directly for your subject related problem, doubts. You can message me 12 o'clock in the night, no problem. I am there for 24/7 for you. If I'm not sleeping, if I'm not doing anything, I will reply at that moment only. But for technical issues, video, this, that, and all that materials, you should mail. My team will help you. For IMA related problem, you will mail to IMA along with CC to us. You will mail to IMA Institute along with carbon copy to us, so that my team will connect with IMA India team and they will resolve your issue. But you need to mail to the IMA directly. Along with carbon copy to us, we will do the needful. But for all these technical things, you will connect with my team members, not with Prakash Saraf. That is a request to all of you, because for that, the team members are there. उनका काम ही यही है. For IMA Institute technical problem, mail to institute, with CC at Saraf, at classes@saraf saraf.academy for technical issue, mail at technical issue relating to video, notes and all that, anything. You will mail only to us, my team will do. For subject related issue, connect at 9830176993, my number. Even though you all have, ये मेरा नंबर है. लेकिन आप मेरे को नंबर में दे रहा हूं तो ये नहीं कि आप माथा खराब करोगे, नॉट अलाउड सर। कोई भी टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आप यहां डालोगे दूर हो जाएगा। और मेल कर रहे हो तो आई एम एबल टू सी यू हैव सम इशू, माई टीम इज नॉट रिप्लाइंग यू, आई विल सी देम, डोंट वरी। If they are not replying, I am there. But don't, for technical problem, you will not be giving direct connection with me. For subject related query, you are not studying something, not getting, तो मैं हूं, तब आप मेरे को डायरेक्टली कॉल लगाइए, कोई इशू नहीं। एनी टाइम इन लाइफ, एनी टाइम, नो इशू। If I'm taking class, I will not pick up. I'm not seeing the phone now. After the class only I will see. So you need to wait for some time. I will give you call back. Whether you are not taking classes from me also, then also for subject related query, you can connect with me. Obviously, you cannot attend the classes since you are not a registered student. But if you have any doubt, you can connect with me. But for any technical problem, I have said everything. How to register, what to do and everything, what to study, from where to study, everything. Decide on the first day from which material, which book you will refer. Refer that only, that is my advice. If you refer so many things, you will not get any logic. Nothing else. As for, I mean to say that for those who need to register with the IMA and all that, again reminding, you need to buy the Hawk material either from Saraf or on your own, so that we will share your detail with the IMA Institute for the discount purpose. The registration will be done by the end of this month, by the beginning of the next month. While registering with the IMA, you need to pay to the IMA Institute. Before that, you need to have the certified material in your name. So when you pay to the IMA Institute, then later on by December end or January beginning, you will book the exam for February. By that time, you will study these 40-50 days properly. So you will get the confidence also, what level you are, so that you will be able to book your exam. The payment to the IMA will be done, one at the time of registration, one exam fees of part 1, part 2. Saraf fees to be paid now, and the material fees of Hawk, you can pay to us, you can buy on your own, doesn't matter. But if you buy the material, then only your registration with the institute will be done at discounted fees. And the discount of entrance fees, membership fee, exam fees is all in total 50,000 plus. So there is no option to you. You have to buy the material certified to get that discount. And you will use that material also for your study purpose. Whether Glenn, Hawk, Wiley, whatever, doesn't matter. And this is the course breakup, structure, how we are going to study, how many classes. In total, you can say from November 10th to end of February end, we have around 100 plus days. And in 100 days, you need to study maximum 250 hours along with my classes. Along my live classes, I am going to teach 100 hours. You need to study self 100 to 120 hours. So nobody can say that in this period, you cannot study 200, 250 hours. That's not acceptable, man. Whatever you are doing in life. If you are serious, if you follow me, then I will make you pass. Believe me. You have to have a trust on me. But the trust need to be followed. Whatever I'm saying, you need to do that only. Then that is my responsibility to make you pass. Now, I want to start the external financial reporting discussion, the subject. Before that, if anybody has anything to ask, I'm giving 5 minutes. Those who are in YouTube, you need to chat, because the chat is coming with a time decay. When you chat, it comes after 30-40 seconds. Those who are in normally registered student Zoom class, they can unmute and they can ask anything which is not related with the syllabus, which is general knowledge. Fatima, Grisma, Manoj, Sujit, Sri Krishna Pranan, Anwar, Hemant, anybody. For the time being, I will repeat whatever you will ask again. If I have said, then also. Because maybe you were not in front of the screen, maybe you were not hearing at that time, I will repeat. Because this is the repetition time. क्या भाई फातिमा कुछ पूछना है?
No question, sir.
ठीक है. ग्रीष्मा, Anything to ask?
No, sir.
Manoj Kumar ji,
No, sir, no.
Sujit ji, Sankaru Kude, do you have anything to ask? I will repeat again. You asked earlier from where to purchase the book. You can purchase online from the Hawk website, Glen website, or you can purchase through Saraf. You will pay to Saraf, and then Saraf will buy the material for you. The online material you will get from Hawk directly once you make the payment to us. You should save your cost. You need to check online on the Hawk website what is the cost of the material, and through Saraf what will be the cost. So if the cost through Saraf is lesser, you should be buying through Saraf. If the cost is lesser, directly purchasing from Hawk, you purchase from there. Whatever you need to purchase from where it is available. I need to purchase potato. Where? I need to go on the vegetable market to purchase the potato. This is not a question that anybody can ask according to me. Whatever material we need to purchase from the material supplier. So as per the institute website, there are 6 suppliers. You can buy anybody material from their website. If you want to buy from a learning provider like us, you will pay us, we will pay them, and your material you will be getting. If you want physical material, a student will be getting physical material of Hawk by paying 1900 rupees extra. 1400 for the material, 500 for courier. Hawk will deliver the material to your doorstep. But not required. Should not be done. That I already said. Rest is your choice. Yeah, bhai. Further 2 minutes. Anybody has anything to ask relating to all these general things? In all the material, the question and answers both are there. But those questions are not past term questions. Nobody can say. They are the questions made by the company on the basis of the IMA support package questions. IMA support package questions are past term questions. Okay, let's start. Okay, thank you. So we are starting part A, external financial reporting. Part A, external financial reporting. Part 1, Part A, which is as per the institute, 15% of the total syllabus. 15% questions will be asked in the exam from this part. First of all, we understand what is external financial reporting. Why it is required. I'm giving some practical examples not written in any book. Suppose we are IMA learning partner. We are ACC Institute learning partner. We are CIMA Institute learning partner. How we became the learning partner? By submitting our external financial reporting. What is external financial reporting? Saraf Academy. Saraf Gurukul Private Limited is a company, brand name Saraf Academy. Our company legal name is Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. But we are branding ourselves as Saraf Academy. So Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, PL account, balance sheet, and all the auditors report and everything, we have submitted to these institute. And we are submitting every year, not only once at the beginning, every year. In the PL account, Saraf Academy tuition fees, expenditures, rent, electricity, staff, salary, and all that profit is there. In the balance sheet, assets, computer, laptop, camera, property, liability, creditor, share capital, all these things are there. Then the cash flow statement, cash inflow, outflow, there are many. In financial statement, there are many things are there. We have given them. Why the IMA is requiring this? IMA want to see whether Saraf has the capability to continue as a learning partner, whether Saraf should be given license to continue as a learning partner. They look at the assets, whether they have, maybe the ownership of the asset is not required. Whether we have a place where we can conduct the training classes, whether we have the setup, whether our financial condition is proper, whether our income is there, whether our sales, and because they need to believe on us. Na? If I will say anything, how they will believe on me? They cannot believe. It should be proved by documentation method, by the proper detail. That proper detail I have prepared by following rules and guidelines which is applicable for everybody in the world. For that reason, it is called external. External means whenever I will give my financial statement, that is PL account, balance sheet and everything, to anybody, they will be able to understand. You will say, sir, anybody, a doctor may not be able to understand. His area of expertise is different. An engineer may not be able to understand. But anybody who is accounting, finance and business knowledge will be able to understand my financial condition. Because these financial statements are prepared with a fixed guidelines which is applicable same everywhere in the world. Maybe for India, we are saying Indian accounting rules, Indian accounting standards, Indian GAAP. For US, we say US GAAP, US generally accepted accounting principles. For globally, we say IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. For other countries, other rules are there. But more or less, these rules all over the world are same. How to prepare your PL account, the balance sheet, the cash flow, and the other details. There are rules and guidelines which are applicable for everybody. For that reason, they are external. मेरे घर पे क्या है क्या नहीं है आपको क्या मतलब है? You are not concerned with my internal data. The whole world is concerned with your external data. If I want to go for loan from a bank, I need to give my financials. If I want to enter into a big contract with anybody, I need to give my financials. If I am a company in India, I need to submit my financials to registrar of companies. I need to submit my financials to income tax department. There are so many places where we require these financial statements. These financial statements, if not prepared by following same principles and rules, then nobody will be able to understand. And when they will not be able to understand, the business will stop in the world. Because I am able to become a learning partner because I have my financial statements. They are made in a way which IMA people can understand. They will be giving me the license. They will be giving me the certificate that Saraf Academy is the listed learning provider of IMA. Otherwise, they will not give. So business करना है तो आपको ये करना पड़ेगा. Suppose forget about Saraf Gurukul, Saraf Academy. Forget. Think about yourself. You want to do CMA US. You don't have money. You want a loan from bank. You are going in a bank and asking them for the loan. Well, whether the bank will give you by looking at your face, you are very good and all that. No, man. You need to give detail. That detail, whatever you will give, is external financial reporting only. You are giving details of your assets, your liability, your income, your expenses. If you are a student like Ramandeep, then in that case, your mother, father, all these details will be given. आप भैया दुनिया में कुछ भी करोगे, whatever you want to do, you need to have external financial statements ready. Those external financial statements sometimes are window dressed. Window dressed मतलब जो है नहीं, आप दुनिया को अलग दिखा रहे हैं. Can we stop this? We should. And the accounting bodies of the world are doing that only. But it cannot be stopped to zero level. Why? Illogical example. Suppose I don't have money, but I'm going in a party. For that, I want to wear a very good dress. I don't have. What I did, from somebody, I've taken a dress on rent. On 100, 200 rupees, I've given, and I'm going in a party with a fantastic dress. How others will come to know that I don't have this capacity to buy this type of dress? How? That means, what is window dressing? You are showing to others a different position through your financials, your assets, your liability, your income, expenses. But actually inside, that position is not there. Now, if somebody knows me, or if somebody has a good practical sense, even though I'm going in a party with a borrowed clothes and all that, borrowed assets, my behavior will say that what category I am. So those who are knowledgeable, looking at me, they will be able to understand. He is a chaman. He don't have anything. They will understand. Nobody need to say anything. Similarly, if you are an accounting and finance specialist, by looking at the financials, you understand. Whatever window dressing they are doing, you will understand where the ghaplas are there. You will say that why the accounting body is not stopping this. Accounts is not science. I will throw a ball, it will be going there. Accounts is not like that. There are small organization, big organization, multinational. There are organization involved in this business, that business. So for different types of organization, different businesses, different norms are there. Different principles are there. And by following those principles, we prepare financials. There are so many different rules, regulations. So for that reason, the scope is there to do window dressing. Scope is there to show something else which is not inside. But that scope, even though it is there, if it is known to me, I will be able to analyze by looking at the financials what the problems are there. I will not enter into any relationship with that organization, because ultimately if I'm involving into any relationship, suppose I'm buying shares of a company, but the company is not good, by looking at the financials, ultimately I will lose. I'm giving loan to a company. The company financials I'm looking, I'm not able to analyze. The company may not repay the loan. कभी भी आप कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किसी से भी कुछ भी बात करोगे, आपको उसको अपना डिटेल देना पड़ेगा. जैसे डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, डॉक्टर टच द नब्स, द ब्लड प्रेशर एंड ऑल दैट. Similarly, health of an organization will be analyzed based on financial statement. And those financial statements are for the whole world, anybody to understand. So for them, there is a rules, there is a guideline. Those guidelines which we need to follow to prepare those financials, that is called external financial reporting. इसको हम लोग एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग बोलते हैं. अगर फातिमा के बारे में मेरे को जानना है, उनसे बात करके कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा. उनका फाइनेंशियल कंडीशन देखना है तो उनको बोलना पड़ेगा, भैया आप मेरे को अपना बैलेंस शीट दीजिए, आप अपना पीएल अकाउंट दीजिए, आप अपना और डिटेल दीजिए. जिसको बनाने का तरीका इट्स सेम, जिसको बनाने का रूल, बोलेगा दुबई में अलग है, इंडिया में, अरे भाई तेल लेने गया, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता उससे. आप इतना जितना सोचते हो ना उतना काम ही नहीं है. पहले कॉमन आदमी तो बने. सो नॉर्मली अगर बोलेगी फातिमा सर मेरा तो कुछ नहीं बना हुआ है, सब मेरे हस्बैंड के नाम में है, मेरे मम्मी पापा के नाम में है, तो उनका दो. आप तो उन पे डिपेंडेंट है ना, उनका दो. समझ में आएगा. क्यों मांगूंगा मैं मांगूंगा इसलिए मे भी मान लीजिए फातिमा इज पेइंग ईएमआई बेसिस. तो ईएमआई बेसिस अगर वो पे कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट ईएमआई के बाद हो सकता है बाद में नहीं देंगे, हमें तो नुकसान हो जाएगा. तो हम चेक करना चाहते हैं कि फातिमा के पास एसेट्स, इनकम ऐसा है क्या कि वेदर शी विल बी एबल टू पे मी ऑन मंथली बेसिस. हम लोग आप लोग से नहीं मांगते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज स्टूडेंट देना भी नहीं चाहते, हमारे पास इतना रिसोर्सेस भी नहीं है हम उसको बैठ बैठ के देखें. तो हमने ईएमआई फैसिलिटी में कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं रखा है कि आपको अगर मंथली पेमेंट करके ट्यूशन फीस देना है, आपको कोई डॉक्यूमेंटेशन सराफ को नहीं देना है, कोई डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. हम फुल फेथ में आपके साथ ही कर रहे हैं. बट नॉर्मली अगर हम आपको बैंक से लोन दिलवाते हैं, बैंक तो ऐसा नहीं मानेगा. सो एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग आपको कुछ भी करना है चाहिए है भाई. किसी के साथ कोई बिजनेस करना है, कुछ करना है, कोई बात करनी है, नहीं होने से आप काम को आगे बढ़ा नहीं पाओगे। तो कोई भी कोर्स आप पढ़िए, इंटरनेशनल, इंडियन, रिलेटिंग टू अकाउंटिंग, बिजनेस एंड फाइनेंस, एक्सटर्नल फिनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग, सभी सिलेबस में है। कोई सिलेबस ही नहीं है जिसमें नहीं। एक्सटर्नल फिनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग में टेक्निकल टर्म्स क्या है? टेक्निकल टर्म्स, बुकिश टर्म, पीएल अकाउंट, बैलेंस शीट, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट, डायरेक्टर्स रिपोर्ट, डायरेक्टर्स रिपोर्ट, ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट, ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट, नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स, नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स, ये सारा चीज फिनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग है। आप कोई बोलेगा हम बिग डेटा का कोर्स किए हैं, आपने कभी इनको देखा ही नहीं। पीएल अकाउंट क्या होता है, क्या नॉर्म्स है, हाउ एक्सपेंडिचर्स और इनकम्स आर रिकॉर्डेड, बैलेंस शीट में एसेट्स का वैल्यू कैसे आता है, क्यों आता है, व्हाई इट इज एन एसेट, व्हाई इट इज ए लायबिलिटी एंड ऑल दैट। आपने कभी तो डेटा एनालिटिक्स करके क्या होएगा? जब आप बेसिक्स ही नहीं समझते तो डेटा एनालिटिक्स से क्या कर लोगे आप? डेटा एनालिटिक्स का मतलब ये थोड़ी ना है एक चीज को उठा के दूसरा जगह लिख देना। दिस इज नॉट डेटा एनालिटिक्स। डेटा एनालिटिक्स की कोई भी चीज आपको प्रेजेंट किया जाए, आप उसके ऊपर अपना व्यू, सजेशंस यू कैन गिव, यू कैन से वेयर द लूप होल्स, वेयर द दिस दैट गुड बैड इज देयर। डेटा एनालिटिक्स में ये सबसे पहला पार्ट है, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट अंडरस्टैंडिंग। सो फातिमा जी, आपको डेटा एनालिटिक्स वाला ये थोड़ी ना बताया, पढ़ाया ही नहीं वो। तो आप डेटा एनालिटिक्स करने के बाद जॉब कैसे पाओगे? कैसे पाओगे यार? कोई बोलेगा सीएमए में पढ़ रहे हैं, तो इंडियन सीएमए नहीं पढ़ते हैं क्या? इंडियन सीएमए में नहीं पढ़ते हैं, सब जगह तो पढ़ते हैं ना। थोड़ी ना है कि ये कोर्स में पढ़ते हैं इसमें नहीं पढ़ते। तो क्यों इंडियन सीएमए का वैल्यू ज्यादा होगा, सीएमए का नहीं होगा? क्यों होगा भाई? क्या नॉलेज गैप है क्या? हम इस तरह से समझते हैं, लॉजिक हम लगाते हैं, हम उटपटांग बात करते नहीं। आता नहीं उटपटांग बात करना कि सीएमए यूएस के बेसिस पे जॉब मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, कहां मिलेगा, इंस्टीट्यूट क्या करता है। अरे भैया, कहीं भी बैठेंगे, कहीं भी बात करेंगे और अपना ज्ञान दिखाएंगे कि हम आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, सब जगह जॉब मिलेगा। हो सकता है शुरू में स्टार्ट करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, कहीं आप जाएंगे, कैसे जाएंगे, सीवी देंगे, वो बुलाएगा नहीं बुलाएगा, कोई सिफारिश दी आप गए तो भी नहीं बुलाएगा। दुनिया में सभी लोग मेहनत करते हैं, इसमें क्या है? आप अकेले करेंगे क्या? हम भी किए हैं, जा जाके मास्टर जी घर पे पढ़ाए हैं, क्या है जो मेहनत नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे होएगा यार? आज भी कर रहे हैं। आपके मन में ये आता है कि सीएमए यूएस का जॉब ही नहीं है, कोई हाल में नहीं करना है, नेवर। If you don't believe in the value of CMA US, whatever money you are giving, whatever time and efforts you will be giving, and you are not going to get that reward, then why you should be doing? Just because Prakash Saraf is saying, very bad, sir, should not be done. अपना विवेक, अपना बुद्धि, अपना ज्ञान है, खुद लगाना है। और जब बिलीफ आए तो कोर्स करने का सोचना है, जबरदस्ती कुछ नहीं है सर। हम पढ़ाते हैं, आपको मेरे से पढ़ना है, आप आइए। कोर्स की वैल्यू क्या है ये आपको खुद एनालाइज करना है, हम नहीं बता सकते। नाउ, जब आप हमारे यहाँ ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस ज्वाइन करते हैं, यू कैन आस्क द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट। व्हाई यू विल आस्क? बिकॉज सर इज टेकिंग मनी टुडे, फातिमा यू हैव पेड मनी, एंड सपोज टुमारो आई विल नॉट टीच, व्हाट विल हैपन? Whether I will teach or not will be able to analyze through my financials. ट्यूशन फीस, खर्चा फर्चा, एसेट्स, लाइबिलिटी देखकर समझ में आ जाएगा, लेकिन आपको उतना जरूरत महसूस ही नहीं हुआ। By talking to me, by connecting with me, by analyzing my videos and all that, you understand that I will be getting the full support. But कोई भी स्टूडेंट मांग सकता है, लेकिन हम वैसे स्टूडेंट को देंगे नहीं। If you ask, I will not give you. Because I am not a Reliance Industry or a public limited company. I am a private company. प्राइवेट कंपनी का फिनेंशियल्स आई वांट टू गिव ओनली टू दोज विथ whom आई एम इंटरेस्टेड. Student cannot ask because a student is a general customer or a public, and my company is a private company. Private company financial statements are not in the public domain. If you go on Reliance Industries website, ITC company website, any company which are public, जिसका शेयर दुनिया के पास है, उनका financial statement you will be able to find on their website, freely available पूरा. बट मेरा आपको फिर भी नहीं मिलेगा, आप मांगेंगे तो भी. हम बोलेंगे आपको वीडियो देखकर आपको फीलिंग आता है तो ज्वाइन करिए, नहीं तो मत करिए. कोई बोलेगा सर अगर मेरे को क्लास अच्छा नहीं लगा तो भी पैसा वापस नहीं मिलेगा. हम बोलेंगे इतना सारा वीडियो है फ्री में, देखिए ना, सी द वीडियो ऑन द यूट्यूब इफ यू लाइक, इफ यू बिलीव इन माई, बिकॉज इसीलिए तो वीडियो, आज का भी वीडियो क्यों फ्री है, कोई और बैच का भी वीडियो क्यों डालते हैं, कि आपको दिख रहा है भैया सर कैसे पढ़ाते हैं. हिंदी है, इंग्लिश है, उर्दू है, फारसी है, तरीका है, एक्सप्लेनेशन कैसे दे रहे हैं, सीधा हो गया. अब आप बाद में बोलेंगे मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा, उसको कुछ नहीं हो सकता. फातिमा पैसा गया, money already gone. Because before taking a decision, you need to do all these analysis. So if somebody want to think about CMA US, जॉब है कि नहीं, फायदा है कि नहीं, भैया पहले एनालिसिस कर लो. किसी से पूछ के नहीं होगा, अपना एनालिसिस खुद करना होगा, अपना विवेक को खुद लगाना होगा. This is, you can say, external financial reporting. इसका when we are going to study US GAAP. Why? Because this is a US course, so they have covered everything in the syllabus, the financial reporting norms based on US GAAP. But you will say India का क्या होगा, दुबई का क्या होगा. ए भाई, इंडियन गैप, इंडियन अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड और यूएस गैप 90% सेम है. सम डिफरेंसेस आर देयर. उतना डिफरेंसेस, I will say this later. Some differences are there. IFRS and US GAAP. IFRS, which is applicable for global level. Some differences are there with US GAAP, but that is very marginal. Basic assets, liability, income, expenses are never going to change, are not going to be different. They are same only. हम लोग वैसे यूएस गैप की बात कर रहे हैं. कहीं पर बेसिक जो डिफरेंसेस आएगा, I will be telling in the class. You don't need to take tension. मैं उन सबको कवर करूंगा. Maybe not required in the exam. Exam is focusing on US GAAP, but I will cover that in the classes, whatever basic knowledge is required. अब इन सबका प्रेजेंटेशन फॉर्मेट क्या होता है, वो रूल है. We are going into that format. This file is where? कहां पर है ये फाइल? जो मैंने गूगल ड्राइव आपको बोला था, I said in Google Drive, CMA Part-I. In CMA Part-I, Part-A. In Part-A, you can find extra notes. मैं वही वाला फाइल खोला हूं और कुछ नहीं खोला हूं सर. जो भी whatever I am opening in the class, all the notes are given to the registered students. इसीलिए आपको फर्स्ट क्लास में क्या बोला है कि भैया चुपचाप से इसको डाउनलोड कर लेना, सेव इन द फोल्डर on your desktop, on your computer, laptop, and whenever I am using any file, you will be able to use that on your own later on after the class. और क्लास में ऊपर दिख रहा है कि it is part A extra notes. ठीक है, it is giving you the assets, liability, income, expense, the format. कैसे लिखते हैं, कहां लिखते हैं, कौन से हेडिंग में लिखते हैं, विच इज यू कैन से स्लाइटली टेक्निकल स्टडी, बट जरूरत है. बिकॉज दुनिया में यही रूल चलता है, इंडिया में भी यही रूल है. एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग मतलब एक्सटर्नल डॉक्यूमेंट. एक्सटर्नल डॉक्यूमेंट नीड टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड बाय द सेम प्रिंसिपल्स, सेम गाइडलाइंस. वी आर फॉलोइंग यूएस गैप गाइडलाइंस. यूएस गैप के बेसिस पे क्या बोला गया हम वो बात कर रहे हैं. Assets, liabilities. This is balance sheet. Assets, first of all, current assets, long-term, property, plant, intangible, other assets. Liabilities, current, long-term, owners, capital, additional paid-in capital, retained earnings. When in India, Ind AS and in IFRS, we prepare assets liability like this only, but in reverse order. In India and IFRS, first of all, we write property, plant, intangible, and others. Then we write long-term assets. Then we write current assets, reverse. Similarly, in the liability, first of all, we write share capital, additional paid-in capital, retained earning, then non-current, long-term, then current. So as compared to US GAAP, Indian accounting and IFRS presentation is different. Bolega why? There is no as such logic. The US GAAP is saying that we want to record first of all those assets and those liabilities which are going to be realized very fast. And then we will record those which are going to be realized very late. But Indian accounting and IFRS says that we will go with inverse. We will be writing first of all those assets and liabilities which will take good time to be realized and to be paid, to be received. But then we will record those assets which will be received fast and which will be paid fast. Suppose current assets, the breakup of current assets, cash in hand, cash at bank, inventory, receivables. Cash in hand, cash at bank already is cash. Inventory, the company will sold out in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So it will give money. Receivable, the customers will make the payment in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So current assets are those assets which will be realized within a year, generally, maximum. Long-term investments are those investments which will be realized after 1 year. Suppose I have invested my surplus money in government securities and the maturity of the government securities is 4 years. So it is not going to be received within 1 year. The money will be received after 1 year, that is 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Property, plant and equipment, I am doing business, computer, laptop, camera, property, furniture. Those will not be giving me money. They will be used in the business for many years to conduct the business activities. Intangible, my logo beside my video, my logo, my brand and all that, that is intangible assets. This is also going to be used in the business for many years. They are not going to be sold out unless and until their life is over. So there are 2 types of assets in an organization. Those assets which are used in the business for business activities year after year. They are property, plant, equipment, intangibles and all that. And those assets in the business which will be giving us money very fast. Cash, bank, inventory, receivables. And the long-term investment is outside the business. The company has invested their money in share market. The company has invested the money in government securities. That is long-term investments outside the business. Anybody, Prakash Saraf, Fatima, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, any company where you all are working, if a student Ramandeep, his mother, father is working, सबका कोई का भी assets इसके अलावा कुछ और नहीं है. There is no any asset possible in life other than these. 360 degree, 100%, whatever asset possible will be recorded as an asset. The broadly breakup each 3, current, long-term and used in business. Used in business is property, plant, equipment, intangibles, and current assets is also part of business use, but it will be realized within 1 year. And long-term investment outside the business investments done. I invested my surplus money to purchase a property. The property is not in taking training classes. The property is used for money. I mean to say not used in the business for investment purpose. I invested my surplus money in gold, silver, anything. Long-term investments can be anything but which is not in the business, outside the business. These are the assets for anybody in the world. Similarly, liability. There are liabilities which you need to pay within 1 year. There are liabilities which you need to pay beyond 1 year. And there are liabilities which relates to the owner. Suppose Fatima is doing the business in her own name. Fatima has invested her own money in the business 1 lakh rupees. So that is Fatima capital. In a company, there are shareholders. Shareholders are the owners of the business. The owner's money is share capital. Additional paid in capital means share premium. In India, we use the term share premium. In US GAAP, they said additional paid in capital. Additional paid in capital means shares are issued at more than the face value. The money received as a premium. That is also the shareholder money, owner's money. And retained earnings means the earnings generated by the company by doing business which is not given to anybody, which is still there. Suppose Saraf Academy is doing business for so many years. Every year we are generating income. Whatever the income of last year plus the current year will become retained earning for current year. Then the retained earning balance of current year plus the next year earning will become next year retained earnings, and so on. This is also belongs to shareholder owner, because the money, but the profit which is generated but not given to shareholder is a owner profit. Why this is a liability? Because in business, in accounts, businessman and business is separate. Fatima and what I should say, Fatima business is separate. Fatima and Fatima business is separate, because Fatima is an individual separate and Fatima business is an artificial person. So Fatima has given 1 lakh to her business. So for the business, that 1 lakh is a liability, because the business need to repay this money to Fatima. When? Never. Because Fatima is never going to close his business. So these owners' money in the business are going to be there forever. They are the longest. The long-term liability will be paid after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Current liability within 1 year. So US GAAP is saying that first of all, within 1 year, long-term, and then the owners. Here in the asset side, first of all, realize within 1 year, long-term, and then used in the business. But IFRS and Indian accounting says just ulta. First of all, long-term, then current. First of all, owner's money, long-term, then current liability. Doesn't matter. बात ऐसे पकड़ रहे हैं घुमा के. So since we are studying US GAAP, it is based on liquidity principle. Liquidity means whatever assets and liability will be realized fast, will be paid first, will be recorded earlier. And then the long term will be recorded later. दुनिया का कोई भी ऐसा आदमी नहीं है, कोई भी ऐसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है, बिग स्मॉल, जिसके पास इसके अलावा कोई एसेट्स और लाइबिलिटी है. Anybody? Do you find any example in your mind which you are thinking that whether it is an asset or a liability, whether it is what is coming in your mind? Fatima, Grisma, Manoj, Sujit, here in YouTube, those who are doing the classes. Anybody? क्या मन में कोई अच्छा एसेट्स या लाइबिलिटी आ रहा है जिसके बारे में आपको लगता है कि एसेट्स है, लाइबिलिटी है, कहां लिखना है, करंट है, नॉन करंट है, क्या है? कुछ ऐसा कोई कंफ्यूजन है? एनीथिंग लाइक दैट? क्या भाई फातिमा जी?
जी सर.
चैट में तो आप लोग सब लोगों ने नो बोला है, लेकिन फिर भी पहले हम लोग क्या बात की, क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं? एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग है क्या? क्योंकि आपको कभी भी कोई भी काम करना है तो एक्सटर्नल रिपोर्टिंग चाहिएगा. अगला आदमी समझेगा कैसे कि आपके साथ बिजनेस करें, आपका शेयर खरीदें, आपके साथ काम धंधा करें, कैसे समझ में आएगा उसको? तो इसीलिए फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट जरूरी है. वो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट का गाइडलाइंस है, नॉर्म्स है, रूल्स है, सबको उसको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. इसीलिए वो एक्सटर्नल हो गया. उस नॉर्म्स के अनुसार यूएस गैप बोलता है कि बैलेंस शीट बनाने के टाइम पे आप एसेट्स और लायबिलिटी इस तरह से लिखोगे, ऐसे लिखोगे, ऐसे प्रेजेंट करोगे. पूरा यूएस में जितने भी लोग हैं सबको ऐसे ही प्रेजेंट करना होएगा. इंडिया वाला लोग इंडियन गैप फॉलो करेगा, यूएस वाला यूएस गैप फॉलो करेगा, और जहां पर अपना नहीं है वो लोग आईएफआरएस फॉलो करेगा। सब लोग एसेट्स लायबिलिटी ऐसे ही लिखने बोल रहे हैं। कोई लोग पहले लिक्विड फिर इलिक्विड, कोई लोग पहले इलिक्विड फिर लिक्विड। इंडिया में पहले इलिक्विड, इलिक्विड मतलब जिसके अगेंस्ट में पैसा बहुत देर से आएगा और जाएगा, प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट इक्विपमेंट एंड ऑल दैट, उसके बाद लिक्विड। यूएस गैप बोलता उल्टा, भाई कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, जो मर्जी है जिसको कर लो। लिख रहे हैं, both IFRS and GAAP allow the use of title, balance sheet or statement of financial position. IFRS recommend the use of statement of financial position rather than balance sheet. क्या बात हो रहा है? इसको हम लोग बैलेंस शीट भी बोल सकते हैं, एसेट्स और लायबिलिटी, एंड वी कैन से स्टेटमेंट ऑफ फिनेंशियल पोजीशन, SOFP. बैलेंस शीट ऑल्सो, statement of financial position also. Balance sheet also, statement of financial position also. IFRS US GAAP दोनों में से जो नाम देंगे चलेगा। बट जब मैं ACCA CIM में पढ़ाता हूं, so I say the name statement of financial position. Financial position means position of assets and liability. Position of assets and liability. And balance sheet means assets and liability. US GAAP is saying that balance sheet word is much better. IFRS is saying that statement of financial position word is better. हमको नहीं समझ में आता दोनों जन ऐसा क्यों बोलते हैं भाई। तो आप यूएस गैप पढ़ रहे हैं, आप बैलेंस शीट बोलिए, IFRS होता तो आप स्टेटमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन बोलेंगे। वैसे दोनों वर्ड अलाउ करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि इन यूएस में इफ यू से स्टेटमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन इट इज रॉन्ग, you say in माने IFRS balance sheet it is wrong, but they prefer the word differently. Both IFRS GAAP require disclosures about accounting policies, judgment made by management, key assumptions and estimates. Means what? Suppose मेरा ये कंप्यूटर है, in my balance sheet, Saraf Academy balance sheet it is there. फर्नीचर है, प्रॉपर्टी है, सब बैलेंस शीट में है। कब से है? फॉर सो मेनी ईयर्स सिंस आई परचेस्ड। लेकिन एवरी ईयर व्हेन आई एम यूजिंग देम दे आर गेटिंग डेप्रिसिएटेड, इनका वैल्यू कम होते जा रहा है, यूज होने से खराब हो रहा है। डेप्रिसिएशन वी रिकॉर्ड इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स, डेप्रिसिएशन वी रिकॉर्ड एज एन एक्सपेंस, एंड इन द बैलेंस शीट वी रिकॉर्ड एसेट्स आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग डेप्रिसिएशन। In the balance sheet, we record assets after deducting depreciation. क्यों? Because suppose I purchased this computer actually 4 years back, say for 1,50,000. I purchased this computer 4 years back for 1,50,000. Out of 1,50,000, I have already used for 4 years. So now the value is not 1,50,000. गिर गया ना, नुकसान नहीं हुआ, बिकॉज बाय यूजिंग आई एम एबल टू टीच एंड ऑल दैट, सो आई एम गेटिंग ट्यूशन फीस. ट्यूशन फीस इज माई इनकम, बट ट्यूशन फीस इज माई रेवेन्यू. फ्रॉम रेवेन्यू आई नीड टू डिडक्ट एक्सपेंसेस टू कैलकुलेट नेट इनकम प्रॉफिट. सो एक्सपेंसेस में आई नीड टू डिडक्ट डेप्रिसिएशन. हाउ आई विल कैलकुलेट डेप्रिसिएशन? बाय स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथड, बाय रिड्यूसिंग बैलेंस मेथड. स्ट्रेट लाइन मतलब I am assuming 1,50,000 life of the asset will be 5 years. So every year depreciation 1,50,000 by 5, 30,000. Or I am doing depreciation 20% reducing balance method. So it is first year 1,50,000 into 20%, 30,000. Second year 1,50,000 minus 30, 120 into 20%, 24,000. Reducing matlab every next year depreciation will be lesser than the earlier year. Which one is better? Nothing, sir. I want to depreciate the assets every year, same, straight line. Or I want to depreciate the assets every year, different initial year, more than later less. Mera marji. The accounting norm is saying that both is allowed. As I said in the beginning, accounts is not science. It's a choice. It's the way you want to record. It's the way you want to follow a particular policy. So depreciation, mera marji, what I will decide. Nobody can question me that why I am following the depreciation like this. Need to understand that I need to record the asset value in the books, the value which it commands. Today I purchase the assets, I will write today value. After 1 year I am writing, I need to write after 1 year after a depreciation. The depreciation I will decide how I will do. Nobody can charge me. The accounting body is saying that there are different ways by which you can calculate depreciation. But most important thing, how you are going to use the asset. How many years you are going to use the assets. On that basis, the depreciation will be recorded. Like this. There are many accounting policies. There are many judgments which we do, which we take to prepare our books of accounts. Those policies and judgments we need to disclose in the notes to accounts. मैंने यहाँ लिखा है ना, मतलब आप पीएल अकाउंट बनाओगे, बैलेंस शीट बनाओगे, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी बनाओगे, कैश फ्लो बनाओगे और नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स में कैसे बनाए वो लिखोगे. Notes to accounts में डिटेल बताओगे how you have prepared, what policy you have followed, what estimate you have done. This is just an example I am giving. आप बोलेगा सर स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी क्या होता है? आस्ते आस्ते, एक साथ कैसे बोल लेंगे? आस्ते आस्ते, जल्दीबाजी कहीं नहीं है. There is no fight. By doing this way study, we will be able to complete in 5 classes properly. Somebody will say after 3 classes, I am not able to understand. Problem is only yours, sir. Why you are not saying that I am not able to understand now? Because I am not teaching, assuming anything, any prior knowledge from anybody in the class. आपने कभी अकाउंट्स पढ़ा है, नहीं पढ़ा है, तेल लेने गया. And मैं पूरी क्लास में 5 classes में I will never use the term debit or credit because accounts is not debit credit. It's a concept. It's an understanding. And it can be taught even to a doctor, engineer also. No debit credit required. तो आप अगर 3-4 क्लास बाद बोलेगी मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, कारण आपके ऊपर है. क्योंकि आज आपको क्यों नहीं समझ में आ रहा? जब आप मेरे सामने बैठ रहे हैं तब आपको समझ में क्यों नहीं आ रहा? सब आ रहा है. कुछ नहीं पूछना है, कभी कुछ नहीं पूछना होएगा, मेरे को मालूम है. पूछना कब होएगा? जब बात सुनेंगे नहीं. Why I am able to say like this? Like Alok is saying, you are teaching very well and all that. Why? My brain level and your brain level is same. दिमाग बुद्धि बराबर है. But I have experience of 30 years. बहुत अपने आप को तपाया है, समझे हैं चीजों को, तब आपके सामने बैठे हैं. मेरा बुद्धि आपसे ज्यादा नहीं है, but my experience is very high. Every year I am teaching this 10 times. 30 year, 3000 times I have taught. Every time when I am teaching, I am thinking I need to explain in much better way. Because always there is scope for improvement. कितना बार पढ़ चुके, पढ़ा चुके, समझ चुके, कितना क्लाइंट्स को हेल्प कर चुके, इसीलिए वो आता है. आपको कैसे एक बार में आ जाएगा? You will think that whatever sir is saying, I am able to understand. You will understand. But after the class, you have to do the recordings. After the class, you need to read the notes. After the class, रिकॉर्डिंग और नोट्स बनाने के साथ साथ जो क्लास में कराया गया फिर से अपने आप करना है. Then only you will be able to do. We are YouTube live for every batch one time, first class. In a batch, suppose I will be taking 30 class. YouTube live is only one. Out of 30, 2-3 classes I will freely upload it on YouTube. But first class is uploaded now only. It is already YouTube live running. Out of 30, I will upload 2-3 also. Since last 15 years, I am uploading in every batch 3 classes approx. For ACCA, for CMA, for CMA, CPA, this, that. So on my YouTube videos, there are so many, and I will not change anything. I will not edit this. Whatever I am, that is freely uploaded on YouTube. But the live on YouTube is only first class, sir. To get the feeling. If you want to be live, then you need to join the course. You will say, sir, पैसे क्यों लेते हैं? Sir, staff है, salary देना है. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, पावर, इंटरनेट, सॉफ्टवेयर, सब खर्चा लग रहा है सर। और साथ में अपने लिए भी खाने पीने के लिए पैसा चाहिए सर। आप बोलेंगे, सपोज somebody will say that sir I will be want a job so you don't want salary। सो इलॉजिकल बात करके फायदा नहीं। हर आदमी चैरिटी करता है, हर आदमी मंदिर, मस्जिद, गुरुद्वारा, गरीबों का हेल्प करता है, वो हम भी करते हैं। दैट्स डिफरेंट थिंग। सो इफ यू ज्वाइन द कोर्स देन यू विल बी एबल टू गेट द लाइव क्लास फॉर एवरी बैच, फॉर एवरी क्लास। बट इफ यू डोंट ज्वाइन द कोर्स देन आई एम हेल्पिंग यू हाउ टू स्टडी, what to cover, from where to register, whether you should be doing CMA US or not। वो तो अपने करेंगे ना, बिकॉज सबका हेल्प भी करना है। सो इट इज रनिंग ऑन यूट्यूब, इज गोइंग अ चैरिटी। But if you want all the live classes, then in that case you need to join the course, because nobody can do charity without having money। जब रिसोर्सेस होगा तभी जो चैरिटी करेंगे ना। ओके, तो इतना ध्यान से समझ रहे हो आलोक पांडे जी, तो वे सब भी समझो यार, same thing is applicable। okay। So I mean to say that when we prepare accounts, since there is no fixed guidelines, there are permutation combinations are there। So whatever you are doing, you need to explain in the notes to accounts, भाई हमने ये पॉलिसी किया, ये assumptions लिया, ये उसको notes to accounts में आपको डालना पड़ेगा। A knowledgeable person will not see the balance sheet, will straight away go into notes to accounts, and based on the notes to accounts will be analyzing the window dressing। Because you understand, suppose I am assuming the computer life 5 years, but all the others are assuming computer life 3 years। दुनिया में जो लोग भी ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस देते हैं वो लोग कंप्यूटर का लाइफ 3 साल मान के चलते हैं, एंड दे चार्ज डेप्रिसिएशन बेस्ड ऑन 3 years। बट आई एम assuming कंप्यूटर लाइफ 5 years, दैट मीन्स आई एम डूइंग विंडो ड्रेसिंग। मैं दुनिया से अलग क्यों हूं? कोई प्रॉब्लम है? कुछ डिफरेंस है? अगर मेरा अलग होने का कोई रीजन है, सो आई विल बी राइटिंग दैट इन द नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स व्हाई आई एम डिफरेंट, एंड इफ दैट लॉजिक इज एक्सेप्टेबल चलेगा। नोट्स टू अकाउंट से ही सारी चीजें समझ में आती है। पीएल बैलेंस शीट देख के कुछ नहीं समझ में आता। यू आर ऑन अ न्यूज चैनल CNBC और आज तक, एंड इट इज सेइंग प्रॉफिट ऑफ अ कंपनी 20% अप। डोंट बिलीव ऑन दैट। व्हाई द प्रॉफिट इज अप? व्हाट पॉलिसी they have followed, what principles they have followed, you need to check, then you can say that the profit is up। otherwise तो नहीं बोल सकते ना। नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स जानने के लिए बहुत पढ़ना होगा, बहुत। तब इन दैट केस फातिमा डेटा एनालिटिक्स का फायदा होएगा। डेटा एनालिटिक्स वैसे थोड़ी ना होता है यार, चीज को जानेंगे ही नहीं तो डेटा एनालिटिक्स करके होएगा क्या? There are so many persons in the world after the corona, there are so many short term courses, different persons are saying different things। हम लोग जो कर रहे हैं हार्ड कोर डिटेल्ड नॉलेज ले रहे हैं। मेरे को भी अगर मान लीजिए डेटा एनालिटिक्स पढ़ाना है, मैं बता दूंगा, एक कंपनी का फिनेंशियल्स दूंगा, बोलूंगा देखो भैया इसका दूसरा का ऐसा है, हो गया डेटा एनालिटिक्स। ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है, चीज को पूरा बेस तक जाके समझना होगा, तब डेटा एनालिटिक्स का मतलब निकलेगा। फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट एनालिसिस और डेटा एनालिटिक्स, जब फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट जानते ही नहीं है, बनाना ही, तो डेटा एनालिटिक्स से क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होएगा। नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि प्रॉब्लम कहां है, जड़ के ऊपर जाइए। व्हेन यू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग द रिवॉर्ड। इन प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ whenever we prepare financial statement, तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट हम लोग 2 साल का दिखाते हैं सराफ एकेडमी में भी। सपोज एसेट्स आर रिटन नाउ, द वैल्यूज विल बी रिटन हियर, देयर आर 2 वैल्यूज। सपोज माय ईयर एंडिंग इज डिसंबर, सो 31st December 24, 31st December 23। मतलब प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में whenever you will see the financial, so you will find assets में यहां रहेगा 31st December 2024, and then it will be 31st December 2025। ठीक है। सपोज करंट एसेट्स में कैश, अंडर करंट एसेट्स कैश, सो कैश करंट ईयर से 1 lakh, 1 lakh, लास्ट ईयर 1 0.2 lakh. Suppose in Saraf Academy, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, कैश इन हैंड अभी दिसंबर में हमारे पास 1 लाख रुपीस है. कैश इन हैंड मतलब ड्रॉवर में कैश में मेरे पास 1 लाख रुपीस है और लास्ट ईयर 1.2 लाख था. वेदर इट इज गुड और बैड? एवरीवन, वेदर इट इज गुड और बैड?
गुड सर.
गुड. पैसा कम है तो अच्छा है यार. वन सॉरी, इसको 23 लिखते हैं. पैसा कम आप हो सकता है भूल के मैंने, तो ये तो बैड है ना. पैसा मेरे पास कम है.
सर मैं ईयर देख रही थी इसलिए.
हाँ सॉरी, मैं गलती लिख दिया था.
हाँ.
क्वेश्चन ये आ रहा है, क्या इतना देखने से समझ में आ जाएगा पैसा कम है? अरे भैया पैसा कहीं लगा दिए, पैसा शेयर मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट कर दिए, पैसा का गोल्ड खरीद लिए, पैसा को बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट कर दिए, तो केवल पैसा कम होने से खराब हो गया बस इतना से मान लेंगे? इसी को तो डेटा एनालिटिक्स बोलते हैं ना, कि आप कोई चीज को केवल ऐसे देखेंगे कि ये कम है या बेसी है. ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है. हर एक दूसरा से रिलेटेड है हर एक चीज. आपको वो रिलेशनशिप फिट करना होगा, तब समझ में आएगा कि भैया कम है कि बेसी है. लेकिन हमको रिलेशनशिप फिट करने के लिए सारा डिटेल तो दोनों साल का देना होगा ना. टू अंडरस्टैंड आई नीड टू गिव डिटेल ऑफ बोथ द ईयर्स. इफ आई डोंट गेट द डिटेल ऑफ बोथ द ईयर्स तो आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू एनालाइज विंडो ड्रेसिंग. आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू एनालाइज अच्छा खराब. तो प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में रूल है कि 2 साल का डिटेल दिया जाता, करंट ईयर का भी लास्ट ईयर का भी, फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर 25 24 दोनों रहेगा, सो दैट यू कैन एनालाइज. यहां लिखा जा रहा है कि कॉम्परेटिव्स नीड टू बी गिवन. प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में है, एग्जाम में तो 2 साल का नहीं देगा. कॉम्परेटिव प्रायर ईयर फिगर्स नीड टू बी गिवन. करंट एसेट्स आर यूजुअली लिस्टेड इन द रिवर्स ऑर्डर, जो मैंने शुरू में ही बोल दिया कि करंट एसेट्स पहले फिर नॉन करंट. Yes, Manoj ji, you are correct. And in India, it is first of all non-current, then the current. इंडिया वाला लोग, IFRS वाला लोग उल्टा करके लिखता है और यूएस गैप उल्टा करके लिखता है भाई. हम लोग का एग्जाम यूएस गैप है, तो हमको पहले करंट फिर नॉन करंट ध्यान रखना है. दिस इज यू कैन सी सम नॉलेज ऑन आउट ऑफ द एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग का एक पार्ट बैलेंस शीट. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा बैलेंस शीट मैंने सब बता दी, एक बेसिक आपको फील दिया है बैलेंस शीट क्या होता है, क्यों बनाना है, कैसे बनाना है, एसेट्स लाइबिलिटी क्या होता है, क्या प्रिंसिपल्स है. जस्ट एज अ फिलर आई हैव गिवन. पहले सबके बारे में फिलर लेना होगा. और इसमें कोई डेबिट क्रेडिट नहीं चल रहा है. इन माई इंटायर 5 क्लासेस आई विल नेवर यूज एनी टर्म डेबिट क्रेडिट. I will explain what is debit credit, but for understanding accounts, debit credit not required. Because if debit credit is required, then the doctor, lawyer, engineer, how they will understand? Everybody can understand accounts and finance if it is explained, it is communicated properly. सो मेरे को आपका कुछ नहीं जानना है कि आप 10 क्लास पढ़े हैं कि 12 पढ़े हैं कि आप 7-8 साल से पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे हैं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. नाइदर इन दिस क्लास, नाइदर इन द लास्ट क्लास. जस्ट दैट द प्रॉब्लम विल कम that after the class you don't follow the instructions, you don't do the recording, you don't do the same question in writing and joining the classes. So after 3-4 classes you will start finding problem, because whatever is taught to you, you are not studying, then I can't do anything. लेकिन ग्रीष्मा बोलेगी मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, मजाल है नहीं समझ में आए यार. अगर आप बोलेंगे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, पैसा वापस दे देंगे, वो कंडीशन है, पैसा दे देंगे वापस. बट आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, ये पहले ध्यान देना हो क्यों नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. आप बोलेंगे घर में प्रॉब्लम है, ये सब घर में प्रॉब्लम मेरे भी बहुत है, पैसा से उसका मतलब नहीं है. अंबानी की भी प्रॉब्लम है, किसी का प्रॉब्लम है, इसीलिए तो इंसान है यार. बात सुनिए चुपचाप और अमल करिए, सब समझ में आएगा. आपका दिमाग कम है बेसी है, हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आगे इनकम स्टेटमेंट फॉर्मेट मतलब पीएल अकाउंट. रेवेन्यू लेस एक्सपेंसेस, इनकम, नो डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन ऑपरेटिंग नॉन ऑपरेटिंग. लेकिन रेवेन्यू, इंटरेस्ट, टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड, सेलिंग, एडमिन, इंटरेस्ट, इनकम टैक्स, टोटल एक्सपेंस, नेट इनकम. If in Saraf Academy, I will say sale revenue tuition fees in a year $385,000. Interest income, interest revenue. Suppose I have deposited my some extra money in bank in government securities and I got the interest. तो टोटल इनकम हो गया. फिर उसके बाद एक्सपेंसेस. आप लोग को ट्यूशन पढ़ाने में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, रेंट, पावर, सैलरी सब कुछ लगा, वो कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड. सेलिंग एक्सपेंस, मार्केटिंग किया सोशल मीडिया में वगैरह में, सेल्समैन स्टाफ वगैरह उनका सैलरी, दैट इज सेलिंग एक्सपेंस. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन स्टाफ में अकाउंटेंट है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिस है, उसका भाड़ा है, रेंट है, तो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एक्सपेंसेस. मैंने लोन फोन लिया, लोन के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट किया, लोन बिजनेस करने के लिए लिया, तो इंटरेस्ट एज एन एक्सपेंस. जो भी प्रॉफिट कमा रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट को टैक्स देना है, यूएस में, इंडिया में, सभी जगह, तो इनकम टैक्स. टोटल एक्सपेंस, ये नेट इनकम. नेट इनकम को कंपनी का जो नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स है, like in Saraf Academy we have 5,000, me and my wife 10,000 shares, divide दे दिए तो पर शेयर आ गए. यहाँ 10,000 से नहीं डिवाइड हुआ है, whatever number of shares. The figures are just hypothetical, कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. This is a presentation of your entire year business operations. आपने साल भर बिजनेस किया, साल भर आपको क्या फायदा हुआ, क्या इनकम हुई, क्या खर्चा हुआ. बैलेंस शीट इज एज ऑन डेट. Balance sheet is as on 31st March 2024. But profit and loss account income statement is for the entire period. It is for 1 year. Those companies which are listed in the stock exchange, they need to present this for every quarter. Jan, Feb, March के बाद, April, May, June के बाद, they need to present for every quarter. Because in a listed company, the general public is the shareholder. The general public need to know about the company with regular interval. They should remain invested or not. They should be able to take decisions. For that reason, this is prepared on quarterly basis from them. They prepare annual also, but quarterly. But Saraf Academy, we prepare only once in a year. Because our shares are, our owner are not there outsider. Only Prakash and Vidisha. Only me and my wife, 5,000 share. That's all. This is prepared maybe quarterly, maybe annually, but this is prepared for that period. And balance sheet is as on. Balance sheet on that day. पूरा उस पीरियड का सेल, पूरा उस पीरियड का खर्चा. Now the cost of goods sold has many breakup. Internet expenditure, electricity, those assets which are used in the classes, their depreciation, there is many part of cost of goods sold. Selling खर्चा cost of goods sold नहीं है. सेल करने के लिए, मार्केटिंग करने के लिए, सोशल मीडिया, लीफलेट्स, सेल्समैन सैलरी, all these expenditure are having different functions, different nature. We should be presenting the income statement by presenting the expenditures separately, by presenting the expenditures nature. But the accounting body is saying that ye bhi allowed, ye bhi allowed. Accounting body is saying that what detail you want to give in the income statement, that's your call. If somebody is presenting like this, they will give the detail in the notes to accounts. If somebody is presenting like this, most of the details are already there. Even the breakup of cost of goods sold will be there in the notes to accounts. That how 249 came. If I am the knowledgeable person, I will straight away go in the notes to accounts. I will see the breakup. The cost of goods sold, why it has gone up, what is the figures, what are the types of expenditures, which industries belongs to, if we compare to others, what is the, that I will see now. That is called data analytics. जब डेटा एनालिटिक्स करेंगे तो पहले चीज समझ में तो आए तब तो एनालिटिक्स करेंगे ना. एनालिटिक्स का मतलब ये नहीं होता यहां से उठा के यहां लिख दिए. तो बहुत सारा जो डेटा एनालिटिक्स कोर्सेस है उसमें यही सिखाया जाता है. यहां से उठाओ, यहां लिख दो, ये लिख दो. दैट इज अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग. वो तो नॉर्मली हम लोग जब काम करते हैं तो हर कंपनी का अपना ईआरपी सिस्टम होता है. वो ईआरपी सिखा रहा है, वो आप कंपनी में जाकर सीखेंगे. आपको डेटा एनालिटिक्स नहीं सिखाया जा रहा है. और सिंस यू डोंट नो, देन हाउ कैन यू से दैट आई विल बी गेटिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन लाइफ. जब आप कहीं पर इंटरव्यू देने जाओगे वो कुछ भी पूछेगा, आप कुछ बता ही नहीं पाओगे. वाई दे विल हायर यू? दे कांट हायर यू ना, बिकॉज यू कांट सॉल्व माई प्रॉब्लम. वाई आई विल हायर यू? इंटरव्यू मुश्किल से मिलता है, जद्दोजहद करके, लेकिन इंटरव्यू में परफॉर्म करना पड़ता है. वो एग्जाम नहीं है कि क्वेश्चन का आंसर लिख दिए. ड्यूरिंग इंटरव्यू यू नीड टू आंसर दैट वॉट एवर पर्पज यू आर आस्किंग मी टू कम, I can handle that purpose. I can solve that problem. I can handle the job in the organization. तब आपको जॉब मिलता है. सीएमए यूएस सीएमए इंडिया सीए करने से नहीं. क्वेश्चन उस चीज का नहीं है. क्वेश्चन है आप मेरे यहां पर जिस काम के लिए आ रहे हो, क्या वो कर सकते हो? क्या फ्रेशर हो तो भी आपका दिमाग क्या है, किस तरह से आप चीजों को सोचते हो. पढ़ने के टाइम पे खाली यही सोच. डोंट थिंक अबाउट एग्जाम. एग्जाम इज अ बाई प्रोडक्ट. I am also, while teaching, I am thinking about teaching. I am not thinking student आएगा कि नहीं, पैसा ट्यूशन फीस आएगी कि नहीं. That is a byproduct. If I am teaching well, if I will be able to explain you properly, student will automatically come. कोई टेंशन नहीं लेना है. तो आप एंड प्रोडक्ट का मत सोचिए कि एग्जाम देंगे पास होंगे कि नहीं. जरूरत नहीं है. पढ़ना यार, ध्यान से पढ़ना. एग्जाम में क्यों नहीं पास होंगे भाई? दिस इज details of PL account. Every organization has revenue, different types of expenditures. Accordingly, it is prepared. If we present the PL account in a very proper, structured way, then this is the thing. Normally, those who are listed companies and all that, they need to follow this structure. कि पहले आप बिजनेस में इंटरेस्ट इनकम या मत लीजिए. मेरा बिजनेस इज नॉट गेटिंग इंटरेस्ट इनकम. माई बिजनेस इज प्रोवाइडिंग ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस. So tuition fees is my sales revenue, and to generate tuition fees, the electricity, the power, the internet, the depreciation of computer and all that, these are my expenditure, cost of sale. This is gross profit. Business करके इतना gross profit कमाया. Operating expense में selling, admin and others. Less करने से operating income. Operating income के बाद non-operational, interest income, interest expenditure and all that. It will give you profit before tax. And then the tax expense will give you profit after tax. The presentation of income statement should be like this. But US GAAP, IFRS, Indian accounting have different format of presentation. And even in US GAAP also for different presentations for income statement they have given. One normal presentation they are saying, this one and this one. बोलेगा दोनों में क्या अंतर है? This is functional classification of income statement. Functional classification of income statement. And this is element classification of income statement. Element मतलब material, labor, overhead. You will prepare income statement by showing from the sales revenue expenses element basis. Cost of material, cost of labor, cost of this expenditure and all that. And this presentation is functional classification. Cost of goods sold, manufacturing function, selling function, admin function, financing function. You can prepare profit and loss account in Indian accounting, in IFRS, in US GAAP by both the way. You show the breakup of expenditures on functional basis, manufacturing, admin, selling, or you show the expenditure on elementary basis. Cost element. Element means material, labor, overheads. We have another topic. Another topic means cost management. In cost management, we will understand the classification of cost, the different types of cost, by behavior, by function, by element, many things. For the time being, this requirement is here. For the time being, this requirement is here that income statement can be prepared by any of the method. आपको कोई भी method follow करना है, सब चलेगा. For balance sheet, it is only one method. But for income statement, there are different methods to present. For cost of goods sold, admin, selling, the breakup because this cost of goods sold 249 is made up of 10 items. The breakup will be there in the notes to accounts. Notes to accounts. सोचिए, हर एक चीज के लिए notes to accounts is how much significant it is. मान लीजिए मेरा ट्यूशन फीस लास्ट ईयर से इस बार कम है. So in the notes to accounts, if I will go, I will be able to check from ACCA, from CMA, from CMA, what is the tuition fees? Because that is my different products in my organization. Maybe I am not presenting because I am not a listed company. लेकिन हम लोग के पास इंटरनली तो पता है ना, हम लोग का सीट बनता है कि हर महीना हमको अलग अलग कोर्स से क्या ट्यूशन फीस मिल रहा है, किस पे ज्यादा मिल रहा है, कम मिल रहा है, एनालिसिस करने के लिए. कहीं पर कम आ रहा है तो कम क्यों आ रहा है. लिस्टेड कंपनी का सारा डिटेल आपको मिलेगा. But listed company details are more than 100 pages financial statement. Even Saraf Academy financial statement is also around 25 pages. Data analytics उससे करना है. Is not a simple thing. Common man cannot do. Data analytics करके कुछ होएगा नहीं जब तक उसको बेसिक बात समझ में नहीं आएगी. So I mean to say that when we look at the notes to accounts, we get the breakup, we get the policy, how the cost of goods sold figure came, क्या policy लिया, depreciation क्या था, कैसे record किया, selling expense कैसे आया. Then we will be able to understand that profit कैसा है. प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा नहीं बढ़ेगा, सेल्स बढ़ रहे हैं, खर्चा बढ़ रहा है, लास्ट ईयर से कंपैरिजन करेंगे, क्या चीज हुआ, इसका कारण क्या है, व्हाट इज द रीजन. देन वी विल बी एबल टू एनालाइज द फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस and then we will be able to enter into any relationship with any organization. Around 4-5 years back, I don't remember, maybe 3 years back, exactly मेरे को नहीं याद है. In US GAAP, in income statement, they used to write unusual items separately. But in IFRS and Indian accounting, the unusual items are not recorded separately. But US GAAP में यहां अलग से था. US GAAP changed and they made their accounting just like IFRS and Indian accounting. उन्होंने भी अनयूजुअल आइटम और ये सबको हटाकर साथ में मिला दिया. अनयूजुअल आइटम मीन्स लॉस बाय थेफ्ट, लॉस बाय फायर, स्ट्राइक, दीज आर ऑल एक्सेप्शनल. और लॉटरी इनकम, समथिंग इनकम भी तो हो सकता है. Earlier, US GAAP says that they will be recorded under separate heading. Then they said no. They will be recorded under these headings only. अलग से नहीं बनेगा. जैसे IFRS और इंडियन अकाउंटिंग में भी अलग से नहीं है. There is no separate thing for that. US GAAP and IFRS, earlier there was a difference, but then later on that difference removed. चलो अच्छा ही हुआ, अलग अलग बात जानने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही है. अनयूजुअल आइटम्स आर रिटन, कौन सा अलग अलग टाइप का होता है, बट वो अलग से नॉर्मल चीज के. सपोज देयर इज इन एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्राइक बाय एम्प्लॉय एंड बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्राइक द कंपनी सफर्ड अ लॉस 1 लाख, वो कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड के अंदर ही आएगा. Cost of goods sold figure is 259. In the notes to accounts, it is written 10,000 is because of a strike. That's all. That means when you are reading notes to accounts, you understand that 10,000 will not arise again. 10,000 फिर से arise नहीं होने वाला है, वो एक बार अचानक हो गया. So you can analyze the financial condition is good or bad by reading the notes to accounts properly. IFRS में पहले से वैसे ही था, US GAAP ने भी वैसे ही बना दिया. स्टोरी खत्म. This is just an example. I will go in this example later. Don't worry. इनके ऊपर बाद में आते हैं. एग्जाम्पल के ऊपर उनका क्वेश्चन आंसर दोनों दिया हुआ है. Now it is written statement of comprehensive income. What is a statement of comprehensive income? Suppose I have this property, which is in Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, Saraf Academy. The property is an asset. This property I purchased around 17 years back. The value I paid around 1 crore, 1 CR in Indian currency. Now the value of the property is approximately 4 crore. बोले कैसे पता चला? मार्केट में वही भाव है यार। तो ये प्रॉपर्टी का वैल्यू 4 करोड़ है। इन बैलेंस शीट I don't need to record 4 crore. I can keep 1 crore. There is no compulsion on me. But in balance sheet, I need to record 4 crore. Why? Because I need to show the whole world Prakash Saraf has a property of 4 crore, not 1 crore. If I am giving balance sheet to IMA of Saraf Academy, I want to show property 4 crore, not 1 crore, which is correct also. Because I have the property whose value is 4 crore, not 1 crore. The 3 crore is income. Because 1 crore is now 4 crore, 3 crore is income. That income is not a tuition fees. That income is not I have received money in my pocket. That income I am not going to realize. Why? Because I am not going to sell this property. Because if I will sell, where I will train, where I will provide the training classes, I am not going to sell also. But still it is an income. 1 crore to 4 crore, the assets value has gone up. The accounting body is saying that this income you will record, but in the PL account, there are two parts. One is the PL account, which we have discussed up till now, and one is other comprehensive income. Under other comprehensive income, you will be writing revaluation gain. Under other comprehensive income, you will be writing revaluation gain, 3 crore. So suppose Saraf Academy, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, Saraf Academy, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, the profit from the business, the profit after paying taxes from the business is 55,000. And I will write below this other comprehensive income. Under other comprehensive income, the revaluation gain on property, fair valuation gain on property, 3 crore. 3 crore in dollar is say coming 30,000. So my total profit is 55 plus 30 is say 85,000. 30,000 is income, but it is not my business income. It is not an income which I received in my pocket. And I'm not going to receive also because I'm not going to sell the property. You will say, sir, kabhi to becenge, sir, jab becenge dekha jayega. But I want to record. I can record as other comprehensive income. So the PL account has two parts. One is profit from your business activity, that is net income, and one is the profit from non-business activity, that is other comprehensive income. Net income, other comprehensive income, total called is total comprehensive income. दोनों को मिलाकर we say total comprehensive income. The format is not given here. Let me write. Suppose net income after deducting all the expenses, some figure. Then comes other comprehensive income, OCI. Under OCI, revaluation gain. Something. There is no compulsion on me that I need to record revaluation. But I am doing that. Meri marji, accounts, different principles, different logic, different notions, different assumptions, becomes total comprehensive income. Total comprehensive income. From this income, I can give dividend to shareholders. But this is not in pocket. This income cannot be given as dividend to shareholders. पैसा ही नहीं देंगे कहां से? 3 crore is not something that I have. My value of the property gone up, but not that I'm getting 3 crore so that I can distribute to anybody. Why I want to record? Because I want to show the whole world that Saraf has an asset which has a value 4 crore, not 1 crore. Now I can write in the balance sheet 4 crore property value. I don't need to write 1 crore. But मैंने सराफ में नहीं लिखा है. मैंने सराफ में प्रॉपर्टी का वैल्यू 15 साल पहले ही लिखकर आईएमए को दिया था. आईएमए वैसे भी मान लेगा यार, उतना एसेट्स है मेरे पास. Because to record that 4 crore, I cannot do that calculation on my own. I need to call a certified valuer. The valuer will be giving me a certificate value of the property 4 crore. Then I can record 4 minus 1, 3 crore gain. Then otherwise not. The accounting body is not allowing you that you record the value of assets on your own valuation. You require a certified valuer to do that. Bigger companies are doing that because they are calling the certified valuer. They do that because bigger company need to do business different way. Saraf Academy is doing in a different way. For Saraf Academy, wasting money for valuation is not advisable. So in my case, there is nothing written like this. But you open any company's balance sheet which is listed in a stock exchange, Reliance, ITC, Tata, any company, you will find that. The income statement has having two parts: net income, other comprehensive income. Net income by doing business and all that, whatever the income realized and all that, all are net income. Other comprehensive income, all generally non-realized gain, which are not business income, which are non-business, and generally they are non-realized. So those things we also can record. We should be recording to show our correct worth, to show the correct strength of the organization. We should be recording. That's an example revaluation gain. Under other comprehensive, there are many items I will discuss. This is just one example to understand. This is income statement. This other comprehensive is income portion. You can record separately. You can record net income, OCI together in one single statement. You can record other comprehensive income in a separate statement. Both is allowed. Both are allowed, which is written here. One is one statement approach and one is two statement approach. Even in IFRS and Indian accounting also both are allowed. The comprehensive income examples are given. I have not discussed all examples. I have just discussed one example because for others I need to explain further. Relating to other items of other comprehensive, I will discuss later. First of all, I need to discuss further things, then I will come back. This is income statement. Then comes in the balance sheet, we are saying capital, premium, retained earning. For this, we prepare a statement of changes in equity. A statement of changes in equity. A statement of changes in equity has equity, or I should say ordinary share, or I should say share capital better. Share capital, APIC, retained earnings, blah, 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 total. Opening balance, that at the beginning of the year, what are the balance? Changes during the year, and then comes closing balance. Closing balance means what? Suppose share capital of Saraf Academy at the beginning of the year 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh. During the year, Saraf Academy issued further shares to Prakash and Vidisha. Why? Because Saraf Academy needs money and Prakash and Vidisha has given extra money to the company. So during the year, the shares issued for 5 lakh. So 1 lakh was at the beginning, 5 lakh during the year, total becomes 6 lakh closing balance. The new shares are issued at a premium, or already the premium was 1 lakh and now the premium is 5 lakh more, total is 6 lakh. Retained earning, last year retained earning was 1 lakh. During the year in the PL account, net income, not other comprehensive, net income is 55,000. So total retained earning closing balance becomes 1,55,000. What do we mean by statement of changes in equity? Whatever is the owner's money in the business, owner's money, share capital, retained earning, reserves and all that, all breakup from beginning till the end need to be disclosed in a statement of changes in equity. Why? Because all window dressing, profit up, down, all adjustments are done with them. Around 12, 13 years back, this was not separately required. But at that time, those who do data analytics understanding, they go into detail कि इसमें changes क्या हुआ. Then the accounting body of the world made a compulsion that whatever the shareholders' money in any item, whatever the changes are there, need to be disclosed in a statement of changes in equity, separate statement. From opening balance till closing balance, what is the plus minus? The closing balance will come in the balance sheet. The share capital figure will be this figure, will be coming in the balance sheet. The APIC figure will be this figure, will be coming in the balance sheet. The retained earning will be this figure, will be coming in the balance sheet. The breakup of all the equity item, all the shareholders items are shown here. This is a rule in Indian accounting, in IFRS and US GAAP all. To know that when you see a statement of changes in equity, you will be able to understand what is the plus minus, for what reason, what window dressing has been done. आपको समझ में तुरंत आ जाएगा. Suppose somebody is going in a party by taking the clothes on bhada, but the way he is behaving and eating food and all that, you can understand in 1 second. So by looking at this, whatever adjustments he is done in these shareholders' money, plus minus, you can understand like this. What is the window dressing done by the company? So the accounting body has made a rule that is statement of changes in equity to be presented properly in detail. Like balance sheet, like PL account, the statement of changes in equity should be presented separately. Then comes cash flow statement. Suppose in Saraf Academy, profit is $55,000. Can I say that my cash balance is also $55,000? When the profit is 50,000, the cash balance is also 50,000. Can I say?
No, sir.
Why no, sir? Why no?
Because some incomes are accrued and like cash and book profit, not always same.
Some simple example is depreciation. Depreciation, I am recording an expense, then I am getting income. But depreciation, I am not giving to anybody. There is no money. Suppose credit sale, somebody joined on EMI basis. The tuition fee is totally recorded as an income, but the money is not received. The retained earning, the profit figure is different, and the cash balance is different. For doing the business activity, paisa, cash is required. Retained earning se kuch nahi hoega. We require money, cash. Accounting body realized the importance of this. They said that cash flow alag se banao. PL account is accrual basis. PL account expenditure paid or not, income received or not, you are recording. But cash flow statement, what money you received, what money you paid, what tuition fees you received, what expenditure you paid, what assets you purchased, what assets you sold out. Cash flow statement is purely money received, money given within the year. So what is your cash balance? The entire breakup. For cash flow, they ask many questions in exams. Need to understand very detailed. But I'm just saying that why this is separately required. Balance sheet required to know the position of assets, liability. PL account required to know the income and expenses. Statement of changes in equity to know the ghaplas. Cash flow statement to know the cash inflows and outflows. Because cash is the lifeblood for any business. If you don't have cash, you can't do anything. Neither in your personal life, neither in the business or anything. You require regular flow of money. पैसा कहां से आ रहा है, कहां जा रहा है, that is a cash flow statement. बिजनेस में पैसा 3 जगह से आता जाता है. One by doing business, tuition fees, salary, rent and all that. Other assets purchase, assets sold, and third loan taken, loan repayment, share issue. The first one is called operating cash flow. The second one is called investment cash flow. And the third one is called financing cash flow. बिजनेस करके बिजनेस एक्टिविटी से पैसा आना जाना ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटी. एसेट्स खरीदना बेचना इन्वेस्टमेंट एक्टिविटी. लोन लेना, लोन रीपे करना, शेयर इश्यू करना वगैरह financing activity. In any business of the world, the cash flow comes from three sources, three story. चौथा बना ही नहीं है. फातिमा, कुछ ऐसा लगता है और भी कोई तरीका है, पैसा आ सकता है, ये क्या माना जाएगा?
No, sir. Only 3 activities.
तो मेरा बात मानिए, मान लीजिए आप लोग के, मान लीजिए हमारे बिजनेस में या किसी के बिजनेस में कुछ लॉस बाय थेफ्ट हो गया और मेरे को इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने पैसा दिया, थेफ्ट का पैसा इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने दिया, पैसा आया, तो वो कौन सा माना जाएगा? ऑपरेटिंग है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट है कि फाइनेंसिंग है? चोरी हो गया, लॉस बाय फायर हो गया, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने पैसे दिए, अदर्स ऑल्सो, नॉट ओनली फातिमा, अदर्स ऑल्सो.
Can you repeat, sir?
आई एम सेइंग दैट कि मेरा बिजनेस में लॉस बाय थेफ्ट या फायर हो गया, इंश्योरेंस किया हुआ है, तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने मेरे को पैसे दिए, इंश्योरेंस क्लेम मिलता है ना, वैसे पैसा मिला, तो वो जो पैसा मिलेगा वो कौन सा कैश फ्लो है? वो ऑपरेटिंग है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट है कि फाइनेंसिंग है? ऑपरेटिंग मतलब ट्यूशन फीस, बिजनेस बिजनेस करके जो पैसा आया, इन्वेस्टमेंट मतलब एसेट्स खरीदने और बेचने से जो पैसा आया गया, और फाइनेंसिंग मतलब लोन लिए, लोन रिपेमेंट किए, शेयर इशू किए, ये सब. तो मैंने इसके पहले क्वेश्चन बोला था कि इसके अलावा कहीं से पैसा आ जा सकता है, आपने बोला नहीं, तो अब मैंने जानबूझ के एक एग्जांपल दिया कि मेरे पास पैसा आ रहा है इंश्योरेंस क्लेम का, तो वो पैसा कैश फ्लो में आएगा नहीं आएगा, और आएगा तो क्या कैश फ्लो है? ये ऑपरेटिंग है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट है कि फाइनेंसिंग है, क्या है? क्या भाई? ऑपरेटिंग ही है. देखिए, एसेट्स खरीदना बेचना तो किए नहीं है, लोन लेना देना तो किए नहीं है, ऑपरेटिंग ही है. ये ऐसा ऑपरेशन है जो हर साल नहीं होता, एक साल हो गया, इंश्योरेंस क्लेम का पैसा मिला, दिस इज अनयूजुअल ऑपरेशनल आइटम. जैसे ऊपर पीएल अकाउंट में था ना अनयूजुअल, ये अनयूजुअल ऑपरेशनल आइटम है. मेरा बिजनेस है ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस प्रोवाइड करना, और ट्रेनिंग क्लासेस प्रोवाइड करने के लिए बिजनेस में सारा खर्चा करना. एसेट्स, लैपटॉप, कंप्यूटर, प्रॉपर्टी खरीदना बेचना मेरा बिजनेस नहीं है, लेकिन वो सब होगा तो वो इन्वेस्टमेंट. और फाइनेंसिंग, लोन लेना, लोन रीपे करना, शेयर इशू करना, ये सब मेरा फाइनेंसिंग है. बिजनेस करने के लिए फंडा तो चाहिए, फंड्स तो चाहिए, तो फाइनेंसिंग. और बिजनेस में जो भी होगा वो ऑपरेशनल. दुनिया में कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ये तीन ही कैश फ्लो होता है. मान लीजिए आईसीआईसीआई बैंक है, आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में इंटरेस्ट मिलना, इंटरेस्ट देना ऑपरेशनल है, बिकॉज उनका काम ही है लोन देना, लोन लेना. लेकिन लोन देना, लोन लेना उनका ऑपरेशंस नहीं है, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट है. जैसे मैं बिजनेस करने के लिए कंप्यूटर खरीद रहा हूं, मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट है. और फाइनेंसिंग उनको भी तो बिजनेस करने के लिए शेयर इशू करना, बड़ा बड़ा लोन लेना, ये सब वो करते हैं. कस्टमर को लोन देना, कस्टमर से लोन का पैसा वापस लेना इज देयर बिजनेस, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट है. और दूसरा शेयर इशू करना, लोन फोन लेना लॉन्ग टर्म पर्पस के लिए, दैट इज फाइनेंसिंग. और इंटरेस्ट इनकम होना, इंटरेस्ट का पेमेंट करना इज देयर ऑपरेशंस. कोई कंपनी है लॉटरी बेचता है, लॉटरी प्रिंट करता है, लॉटरी सेल करता है, लॉटरी का पैसा लोगों के लिए उठता है, आता है, वो सब उसका ऑपरेशंस है. लॉटरी के लिए कोई ऑफिस वगैरह लेकर रखे हैं, ऑफिस का खर्चा वगैरह, ऑफिस खरीदने का पैसा, इन्वेस्टमेंट. और बिजनेस करने के लिए लोन लिया, शेयर इशू किया, फाइनेंसिंग. सब में ऐसा ही होता है. मेरा ट्रेनिंग बिजनेस है, कोई बैंकिंग है, कोई लॉटरी का है, किसका कुछ भी हो सकता है यार. मान लीजिए फातिमा जी, आप खाना बना के बेच रहे हो, आप घर से बिजनेस चालू किए फूडिंग करना, तो खाना बेचने का पैसा, खाना बनाने का पैसा, ये सब आपका ऑपरेशंस. खाना बनाने के लिए कोई गैस खरीदा, कोई स्टोव खरीदा, वो हो गया इन्वेस्टमेंट. और पैसा कहां से आएगा? आप खुद का पैसा लगा रहे हैं, लोन ले रहे हैं, वो हो गया फाइनेंसिंग. कोई भी बिजनेस में पैसा तीन ही तरह से आता है: कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट, ऑपरेटिंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटी. हर बिजनेस के लिए अलग अलग है. The accounting body realized that PL account is not giving this detail. PL account profit तो दे दिया, पैसा तो है ही नहीं बिजनेस करने के लिए, तो बोला कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट अलग से बनना चाहिए. So they have made a rule, organization need to prepare under external financial reporting cash flow statement also. यानी कि ये चारों मिलाकर क्या हो गया, बोले कैश फ्लो के बारे में सभी के बारे में बहुत कुछ बोलना है, अभी बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन चल रहा है। पहले आप समझोगे नहीं तो मैं आगे कैसे बढ़ूं, पहले चीज का बेस पे तो जाना होगा ना। आप बोलेंगे मैं 7 साल से नहीं पढ़ रहा हूं, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, क्या इश्यू है? आप बोलेंगे मेरा दिमाग कमजोर है, क्या इश्यू है? कमजोर का प्रॉब्लम कब आएगा, जब आप क्लास के बाद फिर से रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं करोगे, फिर से। आज तो मैंने कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं कराया अभी तक, अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिला, लेकिन जब आप क्वेश्चन बाद में फिर से सॉल्व नहीं करोगे, फिर से रिकॉर्डिंग, तब प्रॉब्लम आएगी, तब मेरे पास कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। ग्रीष्मा इस बार गड़बड़ मत करना प्लीज, रिक्वेस्ट है यार, डोंट डू दिस मिस्टेक। शुरू से आप पूरी शांति से बढ़िया से पढ़िए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी। लेकिन कोई दिन लाइव नहीं कर रहे, रिकॉर्डिंग डबल बार करके तैयार रहिए। थोड़ी ना आपको 10 घंटा पढ़ने बोला जा रहा है, गड़बड़ नहीं करेंगे प्लीज, रिक्वेस्ट है। नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स बताते ही रहना है, कोई खत्म होने का बात नहीं है। डायरेक्टर रिपोर्ट, ऑडिटर्स रिपोर्ट हम लोग नहीं सीख रहे हैं। डायरेक्टर लोग कंपनी के फ्यूचर के बारे में लोगों को बताता है, अब अंबानी रिलायंस के बारे में बताएगा। ऑडिटर कंपनी का जो भी ये फिगर्स है, जो भी लिख रहे हैं, ऑडिटर उसका ऑडिट करता है, वेरीफाई करता है, चेक करता है, और अगर उसको कुछ गलती दिखती है तो ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में बताता है। ये सबको हम लोग एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बोलते हैं। इसके अंदर हम लोग डिटेल में नहीं जा रहे हैं। बोले क्यों? देखिए, जाने के लिए तो धीरे धीरे करके जाएंगे, लेकिन अभी जाने का कोई मतलब नहीं। अभी पहले इसके अंदर घुसे तो सही, तब तो हम लोग एज अ डायरेक्टर, एज एन ऑडिटर काम कर पाएंगे। जब इसके अंदर ही हम लोग गोता नहीं लगाएंगे, हाउ वी विल बी एबल टू डू दिस? यू नीड टू हैव साउंड नॉलेज ऑफ दिस, दिस विल बिकम एन ऑटोमेटिक पार्ट। मैंने अभी इनका साउंड नॉलेज कुछ भी नहीं दिया, मैंने तो खाली फॉर्मेट बोला है, क्या होता है खाली ये बोला है। आपको क्या करना है? ऑपरेटिंग cash flow as claim is against loss of assets and insurance premium is also operating expense. Yes sir, सही बोल रहे हैं आप। आपको क्या करना है? क्लास का रिकॉर्डिंग फिर से करना है, रिक्वेस्ट हाथ जोड़कर। मंडे को वापस मिलेंगे। मंडे को यूट्यूब नहीं है, मंडे को खाली जो रजिस्टर्ड स्टूडेंट है उनके लिए है लाइव क्लास। और ये जो एक्स्ट्रा सीट है इसको पूरा लास्ट तक एक बार रीड कर लेना। मे बी यू विल थिंक दैट कि सर आपने तो अभी पूरा पढ़ाया नहीं पढ़ाया भाई, मैं कहां बोल रहा हूं, अभी मैंने कहां पढ़ाया पूरा। मैंने तो डिस्कस, मान लीजिए आप थोड़ा बहुत जाएंगे, अदर कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, कैश फ्लो थोड़ा सा बोला है मैंने, तो कैश फ्लो का कोई सम नहीं, लेकिन आप एक बार रीड करेंगे ज्यादा समझ में आएगा। नेक्स्ट बोलेगा नहीं करूंगा, नहीं करूंगे, मत करिए, कोई बात नहीं, हम बता देंगे वैसे भी, बट डू रीडिंग ऑफ दिस एंटायर नोट्स, डू द रिकॉर्डिंग, make some notes of yourself, something which you want to remember, which you find that I can forget or I would take time to understand. अपना नोट्स खुद बनाना जरूरी है, वो किसी को दिखाना नहीं है, कोई समझने नहीं वाला है, आपके नहीं लिए। Whenever you study something without लिखे, मैं क्यों नोट्स बना रहा हूं? कुछ लिखे बगैर थोड़ी ना कुछ समझ में आएगा, समझा नहीं पाएंगे। ऐसे ही जो भी नोट्स यहां पर डिटेल में बनाया हुआ है टेक्निकल टर्म में, उसको अपना लैंग्वेज में लिख रहे हैं। अपना लैंग्वेज में लिखना बहुत जरूरी होता है टू अंडरस्टैंड एनी कॉन्सेप्ट, अदरवाइज आपको कभी भी कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में नहीं आएगा। ऑन स्क्रीन, नॉट पेन एंड पेपर, डोंट टेक प्रिंट आउट, ऑन स्क्रीन entire study should be done. That is my request to all of you. Even though somebody is giving you physical material, don't buy, don't take it, because exam is computer based, need to follow computer based study. Okay, इतना रहने देते हैं, बिकॉज अब यहां से दूसरे एरिया में जाना पड़ेगा, इनके अंदर का डिटेल में घुसना पड़ेगा। एसेट्स में इन्वेंट्री, एसेट्स में कैश, एसेट्स के अंदर फिर नॉन करंट एसेट्स, सबके अंदर धीरे धीरे घुसना पड़ेगा, जो कि हम लोग 4 क्लास में करेंगे। टुडे क्लास आई डोंट कंसिडर एज अ क्लास, इट इज जस्ट अ वार्म अप, इट जस्ट अ फीलिंग फिलर। नेक्स्ट क्लास से पढ़ाई करेंगे। मैं नहीं बोल रहा पढ़ाई नहीं किए, बट नॉर्मली बोलने का मतलब है ये एक वार्म अप है। नेक्स्ट क्लास से 4 से 5 क्लास लगेगा पार्टी को खत्म करने में, धीरे धीरे करके करेंगे। आप मेरी बात मानते रहिएगा, फॉलो करते रहिएगा। कोई प्रॉब्लम है, आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल फॉर यू, यू जस्ट नीड टू रेज द प्रॉपर क्वेरी, प्रॉपर क्वेश्चन। टेंशन मत लीजिए, जॉब मिलेगा कि नहीं, पास होंगे कि नहीं, वो सब बाई प्रोडक्ट है, वो आपके हाथ में नहीं। मैं टेंशन लेने लगूं स्टूडेंट आएगा कि नहीं, तो कैसे जीऊंगा यार? Don't think along those lines. Think what is your hand, what you can do, what you need to do. By product, other things will automatically come. That is my advice. हम भी अगर सोचते पढ़ते थे क्या होगा पढ़ के जॉब मिलेगा कि नहीं वगैरह, हम भी सोचते थे. ज्यादा सोचकर कोई फायदा नहीं उसके बारे में. If you believe in something that the course is good, cover so many things, incorporates business all the aspects, definitely जॉब मिलेगा. क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? क्यों नहीं मिलेगा यार? अगर कोर्स फालतू का कुछ पढ़ाता ही नहीं है तो कुछ कैसे मिलेगा यार? ओके, लीविंग फॉर टुडे, मीटिंग ऑन मंडे इवनिंग. सुजीत जी, आप ही का डाउट था क्या? Somebody, already old students are there. They raise some doubts. I said that I will clear the doubts in the next class because today I need to prepare the papers for CMA case study. I am taking their exams, mock test for that reason. So आज doubts नहीं बता रहा हूँ. Next class, Monday evening, I will clear your doubts if you are there. Or if somebody else is there, he will join on Monday only already. Okay. All the very best to all of you. Study hard. Follow my instructions. Nothing will create problem to pass the exam. That I can say.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, bhai. Tada. Bye-bye.